Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Thursday night Metal Gear here on the Nick Carpy stream. There we go. Helps if I pick the right microphone. That probably sounds a bit different. Yo! Yes, hello, welcome everybody to Thursday Night Metal Gear Solid here on the Nick Carpy stream. We're doing something dumb. Really dumb. I've been thinking about doing this dumb thing for a very dumb long time. We're finally going to do it. Oh, I haven't closed my door. Oh, and the wife is home. I quickly close my door. Hey, there we go. Yes, I'd just not done. I'd not pushed buttons at the right time. Oh, excuse me. As you can tell, the cough's still there. But hello, everybody. Welcome. Spotify didn't close again. I need to. I have a thing where when I switch scenes. Oh, I had to change something with advanced scene switch earlier today. Spotify stop. So I have a thing now. Current scene is. Something happened with my advanced scene switcher where it like lost a load of settings. I'm not quite sure what happened. Because I use advanced scene switcher, you know, every time I get a raid, if you're a regular, you'll know that when I get a raid, like the screen that we're currently on, like goes smaller into the corner, and then we get the raid, and then it goes back out again. I use advanced scene switcher to handle that switch, and it turns out that it was completely broken, and it turns out that my advanced scene switcher for stopping Spotify is also broken. I have a thing basically where this current scene is scene there we go. Should be on scene changed. If the scene changes and the current scene is now, and it's not current scene, it's previous scene is starting soon. If the previous scene was starting soon or be right back and the scene has changed, then press F24. And then StreamerBot goes, S24, that's pause Spotify. Because, yeah, there's no easy way of doing it. Shift F24 apparently as well. Anyway, hopefully I fix that now. That's, excuse me, that's not your concern. The joys of working with, oh, hi Heidi, Heidi's home. The joys of working with, OBS and complicated OBS stream stuff. Cool. Who's ready for tonight's really, really dumb stream? We did this once before and it went horribly wrong.
What the hell are you doing?
It's a very good question, Johnny. It is a very good question. So what the hell I'm doing this evening? Oh. Heidi just turned on some lights and it's just turned on an extra light in here. Alexa, turn off the studio light. That didn't do anything. Alexa, turn off the studio light. Good. It didn't turn. I was expecting everything to go off there, not just the main light, but that was good. Hurt me more. So ages ago, I think it might have even been 2023. I don't think we did it in 2024. I can't remember. I did a full playthrough. Hey, Cosmic. We getting Cosmic's? Getting Cosmic's thing? What's going on? I know it's connected. What the hell's going on? Yeah, apparently so. Pending actions. Spotify auto runner is running. That's fine. Casual time. We are currently on casual time, but that's... What is going on? It's all over the place right now. I don't know why that's pending. Walk on triggers queue is not paused. I don't understand. No, it's just disappeared. It's just disappeared from... Apparently you don't get it today, Cosmic. Like, it's just disappeared from the queue. Can you try and trigger it again? That hopefully it hasn't realized. No, it presumably that's no, yeah, it's there again, running. What is going on? Why is this? Ah, there we go.
Something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home.
Crazy.
I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east.
There we go. We get our crazy vibes, Colonel, in the end. Oh, it's all good. Eventually. Oh. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. So we tried this. I think it was back in 2023. We tried to do a full run of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D. And I shot all of the Keratons, shot all of the Yoshis. We found all the Yoshis. It took all night because some of them are bitches. But we did it and we got the Yoshi emblem. The only problem that I had, I say only problem, there were lots of problems. The main problem that we had with that run was there was an audio bug where occasionally the game's audio would just cut. It just suddenly in the middle of the gameplay just cut out and stop. And the only way of getting it back was to load an emulator save state. We are running this on an emulator. Was to load an emulator save state. And that's one of the reasons it took so long, because every time the audio cut out, and it would cut out like every couple of minutes, every time the audio cut, we had to do a save state. Obviously, I was saving very often, but we had to keep going back and back and back. I later learned from Brackon, who's one of the only people who's ever done this speedrun, that the trick to excuse me, the trick to avoiding that is to switch off the new 3DS function in the emulator. The emulator has just a tick box in its settings that says whether the system should be treated as a standard 3DS or a new 3DS. By turning the new 3DS function off, it works. So I've tested it a few times. We're actually on a different emulator now because obviously a couple of years passed, and it's all working very, very well, or at least as well as it can do for the fact that we're running a 3DS version of Snake Eater. It is messy to say the least, but it works. That's the important thing. The important thing is it works. So that's what we're going for. So as soon as I get the emulator up and running, I want 3DS. This is an emulator called Mandarin, which is a fork of Citra. Citra was like the go-to 3DS emulator for a very long time. But unfortunately, Nintendo weighed in and said stop that, and so they were forced to stop that. But plenty of groups and start like forked Citra before it went down, and many others popped up. Mandarin is probably the most popular of them. Excuse me for just 1 second. I'm going to mute my mic for this. Oh, my oh, sweet. And now my mic muted thing isn't working. Oh, because it was switched off. When I mute my mic, I'm supposed to have a flash, and it was working before, and now that's not working. Because presumably something in... I don't get it. I'll have to have a look at what that is and see why that's now not working. And I'm still muted, so you can't see it. Oh my god. Alright, I'm not going to worry about the muted flash thing, but I am going to worry about the emulator crashing. That's not good. That completely screws everything up if that's going to be the case. Didn't crash at all today. I've been playing... I jumped on this and spent a good half an hour just with the game open, you know, getting the stream set up and stuff, and didn't crash, and now all of a sudden it crashed. What the heck? Alright, let's boogie on over, and for those watching on the vertical stream, you'd be glad to know I did do a very quick setup of a 3DS setup for the vertical stream. So you do actually get a nice view to watch this today. So you're welcome. Oh, I don't actually have a button on my stream deck to move to it though, I don't think. Or do I? Did I set up a button? I didn't set up a button. I've got to do it in OBS with a mouse. Oh, I've got to find the button and click on it. Ugh. Sounds awful. Right, here we go. That's already not right. I accidentally changed sizes. I'd say that looks right. Righty. Actually, this is the 3DS version of Snake Eater. For the most part, it's the story, missions, levels, design, all of it is exactly the same as the PS2 version or the HD edition. The difference, the big difference, is that it is using the Peace Walker engine. So it is Metal Gear Solid 3, a very, very faithful recreation of Metal Gear Solid 3. So this isn't a Twin Snakes. This isn't a Twin Snakes situation where it was completely rebuilt from the ground up. This is the level design and characters and models and all of that from Metal Gear Solid 3 put into the Peace Walker engine. And obviously the Peace Walker was designed for the PSP. It runs very well on the PSP, runs even better on the Vita. If you ever want to play Peace Walker, highly, highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. Hi, Heidi. Highly, highly. Oh, I've accidentally booted my my viewer. I'm playing Vice City Stories at the moment. Yeah, PSP games run beautifully on the Vita. Highly recommend. But yeah, Peace Walker ran beautifully on the PSP. It ran okay on the PSP. The 3DS is not as powerful as a PSP. And it shows. The game runs at max at 20 FPS. So it's a little shaky. It's a little awkward. But we're gonna power through and see how we get on. I am gonna run the timer. And to be honest, whatever I do, this is a world record. The emulator speedrun has never been done. There is a place for it on the boards, but no one's ever submitted it. This actually makes the Switch version look good. Yeah, no one's ever submitted it. The actually running it on a console, however, either recording it or having a modded 3DS with a capture card, that has been done. And I can tell you that the world record for easy difficulty, because that's what we're going to be playing, single segment, easy console, the world record is 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 53 seconds. For comparison, and that's IGT, by the way, we run by IGT. Comparison, and very, there's only, unlike the original where you've got very easy, normal, hard, extreme, European extreme, the 3DS version just has easy, normal, hard, extreme. And as far as anyone really knows or has looked into, easy is comparable to very easy. And extreme is comparable to European extreme. There's no... So there isn't a version of easy, there isn't a version of extreme. It kind of goes like that. But obviously the game's slightly different anyway. But yes, for comparison, the IGT world record for very easy on the HD edition is 1 hour and 4 minutes. So this is already looking to be about 10 minutes slower, but it also that could not have been it might not have been an optimized run. But at the very least, we're probably looking at around an hour and a half. So we're just going to go, as I've not watched any other runs. There are no guides. There's no guide for this. There's a bit of information on this, the Metal Gear Speedrunners wiki, but not a lot. It's just kind of go for it. So I'm basically just going to go into it knowing what I know about MGS3, knowing what I know about Peace Walker, and we'll just see how we get on. So we're going to run new game. You only get one save slot. There's lots of different options for the I like options, because obviously this game came out a lot later. There isn't one which unlike in the HD edition you say I think you say I like MGS3 and it unlocks all of the extra camos. Every single one of these just has one individual camo or something with it. Like if you click I like all the MGS games, it just unlocks you the grenade camo. The important one is MGS1. MGS1 will unlock you the Orscam camo, which for extreme you would want. So it doesn't actually matter. For some reason... Oh, there we go. I see, I have to... I don't quite understand how clicking works. Like, I'm clicking... There we go, now it's moved up to there. I don't get the clicking. Sometimes you click and it's fine. Luckily, you can still use the pad. Is Nintendo so accept is circle, so I have to remember that. Okay, so we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Also, I've got live split running, but we won't be going by live split. We'll be going by the IGT. This is just a guide. I have no idea how accurate the IGT is. Obviously, we are playing on emulator. The game is running at full speed. It'll be whatever frames per second it normally is. So I would have thought it should be fairly accurate. But it's, again, no one's ever submitted this to the leaderboard, so we're sort of in a little bit in uncharted territory. Yep, I have the little meter below. It does show me I've got a solid 15 FPS. Has to check the Circle Pad Pro connection, which obviously there isn't one. Yeah, the Circle Pad Pro is kind of a requirement for this game. If you don't play this game, I do have this on my 3DS. Unless I have it, I modded it. I've got a ROM for it, which is very difficult to actually find a proper copy of in the wild. But this game is very, very difficult to play if you don't have the Circle Pad Pro. I can't imagine what it's like because I've not played it. That way. The Circle Pad Pro is a bit awkward for the emulator. You have to... there's an option in the settings to turn on the Circle Pad Pro. As in the settings of Metal Gear Solid 3, there's an option to say I'm using the Circle Pad Pro. And there's emulator properties to enable it as well. But if you have it enabled and you start up MGS3 and you say, yes, I'm using the Circle Pad Pro, it crashes. It doesn't like it. It can't, because that initial detection, it can't do. So it just crashes. So what you have to do, and I don't know if a save file's been put on speedrun.com, but it really should be if it hasn't already, is you need to create a save file that already has the Circle Pad Pro active using an actual 3DS and an actual Circle Pad Pro. Oh, that movement was a bit awkward. One thing you may already notice is there is no traditional overhead camera. It is only... I hesitate to call it the subsistence camera because it's the 3D camera. We are, as I say, we're on the Peace Walker, engine. So we can aim in first person, we can aim in third person, we can auto aim. You can move around whilst aiming in first person as well, which is new for this. So
HQ, please respond.
as you may, where that guard went. As you may notice from my controller. Do we still get the cutscene because I'm in... I don't actually know. No, because I'm in caution, we don't get the cutscene. This is actually slower. Oh god.
This is HQ.
This is much worse.
Unable to determine
Oh.
Who's that?
Oh crap. When I get to the end of here, it won't matter. You'll notice there's like a little balance thing showing up. When you go across that bridge, or if you're balancing on any beams or anything, you do have to deal with balance. However, as we're on the emulator, there is no balance. We can't. You can't. There is settings to emulate it, but I don't know how it works. Audio is a little loud compared to me.
Your object.
Oh wow, it is, isn't it? Yeah, that was like at max. Good shout. So yeah, there are settings in the emulator to try and use to use balance, but I don't know if it's compatible with oh crap. I'm gonna so I'm just gonna have to wait this out. Got these contextual. Oh. Ah, he's knocked out. He's knocked out though. So my that was the last guard. What I maybe should have done before jumping into this again is do a speed run of MGS3 normally, but using the 3D camera. Because apart from a couple of rooms where it's a bit easier, I always use the overhead camera for speedrunning in MGS3. Find it much easier. It is recommended to use the standard camera because it's one less thing to have to worry about. Though I know that Japanese runners tend to prefer the 3D camera. was once a really interesting race. I can't remember if it was a relay or something like that for MGSR, where it was an American. I can't remember who. I generally can't remember who it was. Against Blackie. Blackie's quite a notable Japanese MGS runner, and it was MGS3 HD. I think they were all, I think this was PS3. This is how long ago it was. And Blackie primarily used the 3D camera, and the American runner primarily used the overhead cam. It was really interesting seeing the difference. Right, now we have to play thingy. And so it's still easier. Bone fracture. Oh, cut. Ointment. Disinfectant, stick tick, bandage. Nah, cut. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, this is, I'm going to have to get used to doing this differently. Disinfectant, stick tick, bandage. Such a kit. Disinfectant, stick tick, bandage. Such a kit. And for a broken bone, a splint and a bandage. Obviously, very, very different controls for that. We're only seeing part of the screen, but it's mostly okay. You should be seeing all of it. All of the oh, and it just crashed. That's not great. Well, this is going to be interesting if that keeps happening.
Reset.
That's a bit poo. I do need to add a in cure menu. I didn't see item menus because you were looking at the wrong screen. You shouldn't be looking at this screen. You should be looking at that screen. Right. Let me quickly pin to my start menu so I don't have to keep going into. I keep having to go into. I hate. Why is Microsoft so bad? I just clicked on it. I clicked pin to start menu. I go to my start menu and it's not there. Why is Microsoft so poor? And I go back to it and it says, and it now asks me to unpin from the start menu. Well, it's not there in the first place. So bad. It really is. Microsoft really is trash. All right, we'll try this again. This is weird. This did not crash when I was trying this out earlier. Luckily, we hadn't got very far, so I don't mind starting again. So, new game. I like MGS1. Beginners. Start the game. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's done it. Right, it's done this again. I thought this was the default. So I just need to change. Just need to edit the scene slightly. As you can see, that should be better. That looks much better. Cool. All right, let's get it. Let's try this again. So in 3, 2, 1, go. If it keeps crashing, then that's going to be a problem. But which is weird because I played this earlier and it did not crash at all.
After the end of World War
Thanks,
II,
Cosmo.
the world was split into two, East and West.
So yeah, don't
This
forget,
marked the
sometimes you
beginning
should
of
be
an era
looking at the
called the
bottom
Cold
left
War.
screen and not this screen. Anything that happens in menus happens in the bottom screen, not in the top screen. Oh. While we're waiting for the cutscenes, I looked over to see what Heidi's doing. Heidi's playing Swift Play on League of Legends. Playing Alawi in the top lane. Alao. The lao la lao. All right, off we go again. One thing, another thing that's kind of awkward is even though the camera movement is really nice, as nice as you. Oh yeah, you don't automatically walk up trees. You know how in MGS3 you hit triangle and you'll walk up and you'll go up a tree and Snake will just immediately climb up. In this, you have to manually climb up and down. Yeah, so the camera is reasonably smooth for moving, but the movement seems to be like locked to 8 directions, even with analog, which is really annoying. I should actually track down my 3DS and have a go on my 3DS just to make sure that it all feels right and it matches up as best as it can. So I have a 3DS. I have MGS3 installed on it, so I don't actually own 3D version because where can you even get it from? And I do have a CirclePad Pro. I bought my CirclePad Pro from CEX. I looked into it and I was thinking, yeah, okay, I'll have a look at the CirclePad Pro, but I imagine it's probably pretty rare. So I imagine I'm going to be looking at 60, 70 quid. Found one on, there are 2 CirclePad Pros, it's worth noting, one for the 3DS and one for the 3DS XL. I have a 3DS XL. And yeah, I found both of them on CEX's website. If I recall correctly, the original 3DS one was about somewhere between 10 and 12 quid. And the XL one, which I needed was 15 quid. I was like, oh, okay. I was expecting this to be 60, 70 quid. But no, 15 quid for a CirclePad Pro. I was like, okay, I'll have that. I mean, I wouldn't recommend playing this game anyway. But if you're gonna play it, okay, make sure you've got a CirclePad Pro. Or you can play it on if you've got a new 3DS. Because Nintendo only today have finally gotten over naming their systems really stupidly. I shot his bloody radio. I wanted auto aim. So yeah, when you aim, you can push the square button, or there is a button on the tracker. To switch between auto aim, FPS, and third person, so you can use all 3. I keep swapping between them because, of course, square is normally shoot. It's now R1 in this version. Shoot is R1, so I want auto aim, shoot. Change weapons is still L2 R2 because the CirclePad Pro adds the original 3DS only has an L and an R. The CirclePad Pro added the additional ones. Added 2 more. So yeah, you have full functionality. You have every button you would normally have on a standard controller, apart from L3 R3. There's no L3 R3 equivalent, or left stick press, right stick press, however you want to call it. Yeah, if you've got a new 3DS, that does have a second. I hesitate to call it an analog stick. It has like a little nub. It has like an additional little nub that acts as the analog stick instead. And you can use that. So that's all right. You can do that.
Who's that? What happened?
Hopefully, because he didn't shoot. Damn it. Okay, it's difficult to get past that guard quickly. Where's the last guard? Where is he? There he is. Alright, here's hoping. I am indeed learning to speedrun MGS3 on the 3DS. Or I will be doing. This is just my first. I'm just going to run through it as quickly as I can using my knowledge from MGS3. Is there a page or program to create MGS bingo cards? There is a program online called Bingo Sync, which you can kind of use to make bingo cards. But you have to do quite a bit to begin with. If you want something very basic, Bingo Sync should be fine. Just put a list in and it'll give you them. But if you want them to have like difficulty levels and them not have stuff that doesn't show up on the same board and things like that, then you have to write them into a JSON file and upload it. But yeah, basically check out bingosync.com. That's your first port call. All right, here's hoping it doesn't crash again. If it does, I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to make sure I save it this time, though, so we can at least just load a save. You're very welcome. Gotta love that sweet 20 FPS. The cutscenes all run at 60 FPS, but gameplay runs at 20. Loading screens run at 15. Right, so this time, make sure you're watching the little menu in the bottom left corner. So broken bone is a splint and a bandage. Broken bone is a splint and a bandage. Cut is disinfectant, styptic, a bandage, and a suture kit. Cut, disinfectant, styptic, bandage, suture kit. Cut, disinfectant, styptic, bandage, suture kit, and one more cut. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, different set of menus that you got to try and deal with. So I am going to save it here just to be on the safe side. So if it does crash, we can pick it back up. Right. Save. You only have one save slot. You cannot use the save slot. It crashed again. I wonder if it was because I was on the the emulator still hasn't shown up in my bloody my start menu. Completely useless. I wonder if I should run it as an administrator. I wonder if that might help. Run as administrator. Unpin from start. Pin to start. Let's try again. Yay! Second time's the charm. All right. At least we can load a save and just sort of go from there. I'm gonna make sure I stay tapped onto keep the window focus on. The way I have this running is they're two different windows. There's a few. Oh yeah. Oh, for some reason for this you have to use the clicky menu. There's different configurations of how you have the windows set up. You can have them like next to each other. You can have one on top of the other.
I have a friend. He is an octopus. And he goes swish, 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 swish. Swish, swish.
Promised to lend us one of their
Hey, Johnny. Oh, we beat the Virtuous mission. And there we go. So I need to have a look at what I do about that crash. There'll be some sort of fix, but hey, I didn't have any problems when I played this earlier, and I'm pretty sure I came to here. So now we are onto Operation Snake Eater. We're going to run through the jungle. So another thing you may have already noticed with buttons and stuff that I'm pushing on my controller, is that my controller's not actually showing up on. Well, that's interesting. If I'm on the emulator, if I've clicked on the emulator window, my controller feed on OBS doesn't work. That's useful to know. So don't hover over it. This gets weirder by the second, doesn't it? Anyway, as I was saying, roll is now R1 instead of X. Roll is part of, there we go, easy gun. Oh, circle to select.
What's wrong?
Oops, there we go. Roll is now considered an attack rather than crouching, because X now does that. We do take the crouch walk from Peace Walker. Now for easy difficulty, I'm almost certain we're not going to use it unless there is a specific speedrun trick that we might want to use it for. I can't imagine. No, I can't imagine
Who's that?
we're gonna. Can't imagine we're gonna need a crouch walk at any point. Obviously, it's slower. It does improve. It does improve your. It does improve your camo, but because we've got the easy gun out, my camo is going to be improved anyway. You also have a lot. You also have quite a few more options. One thing that MGS2 had was the ability to swap between two weapons or two items. You quick change, and they removed it in MGS3. Snake Eater 3D not only has it restored, but it also has the 3-item cycle, because I believe that was a thing in Peace Walker as well. Yeah, it also has the 3-item cycle. I think I've got it set to quick swap. There must be some useful opportunities to do that. I'm gonna save it every time I get the opportunity to save. I'm told to save it. I will. I'm not gonna deliberately go out of my way to save it though. Saving doesn't take very long. Right, Ocelot unit. I'm probably going to need to use the older method of the Ocelot unit and not the newer method. So we want the easy gun. I'm going to roll. I would, if I can... If Snake will roll through the window, I'll roll through the window. There we go. Shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. Unfortunately, this has gone wrong because I didn't distract the... Yeah, I didn't distract the first guy. I didn't distract the guy on the roof. They've all gone inside. What I might be able to... Just run in and...
Did you see something?
Where's he gone? I'm sure there was one outside. Also, I was kind of hoping, because I don't actually know if it's, I don't know if you get it in this, in Snake Eater. In Peace Walker, you can chain CC grabs together. Is crashing an issue from the emulator? And as far as I'm aware, just the emulator. I don't recall it crashing. On the 3DS. So in Peace Walker, you can do a thing where you chain together your attack. So if you've got like 2 or 3 guards around you, and you throw one of them, in the middle of the throw, you'll get a prompt to hit hit R1 again, and Snake will once he's finished that throw, he'll immediately grab the next one and throw him. You can chain that as for as many enemies as there are. You can continue to chain that. Look at that lake of piss. That just looks like piss, doesn't it? Oh, Snake, I wanted you to roll. Why aren't you rolling on command? There we go. Snake, what are you doing? Oh. So swimming is now... swimming is just... You just use the analog sticks to swim. I also don't have these. Critical here. Yeah, no hit mashing buttons to swim quickly. I'll need to try in the next swim section. I'll try some other buttons. But yeah, that was just hold forwards on the left analog stick. Whoops, it's okay. Now next challenge: can you roll into prone position? I roll, yes. So rolling is done with R1, but your crawling and stuff is still done with X. Oh, there's a mine. So you can so as long as you hold X after hitting R1, you'll roll. You'll roll into a prone position. Okay, now I know where I'm going wrong with rolling. So a quick tap is a roll. Holding will do CQC instead.
This is HQ. Control here. Unable to locate the problem.
Understood. Return to your position.
Cool. We reset back into Shire Pass base. Loading screens are much longer than the HD edition, as you'd probably imagine. But I don't think they're as either as bad or if not the same. They're about the same as the PS2. I wouldn't say they're any worse than the PS2. And despite it not running, you know, it only runs at 20 FPS and all of that, you've got to admit that it's a very, very ambitious, very ambitious project to have this running on a 3DS. Right. This could go horribly wrong. Already has. I do not see this working. Oh. Oh, I don't have the two. My settings didn't save. The thing is, you can only change. You can only change between auto aim and anything else. Oh. I want to headshot him.
That range, huh?
I'm not gonna die, but I might just have to auto aim and keep shooting him. As you can probably imagine, timing on this is not... It just is not the same as... Oh, what? There we go. We got him eventually. Just stand there and shoot him, and eventually he'll go. Okay, how much of a... This is not too bad to see. I'm struggling a... It's not too bad to see. It's probably worse for you guys. There's probably a setting in the there's probably a brightness setting in the emulator. Hey, Caro. Oh, your box just appear and then disappear straight away. If so, that's... Forget. I'm squinting, but I can kind of see. Oh yeah, we need to change that. Oh, you should have had the there's one just for VIPs. You should have had that one. Oh no, that's for subscribers. Which are also subscribe. I don't know. I need to have a look at those again then. Apparently there's a problem with those. Alright, I'm doing well. As well as can be expected playing this monstrosity. Speaking of monstrosities. Also couldn't help but notice that my my quick swap between weapons has not worked. So here we go with the pain. Now the pain on very easy, and obviously we're on easy here. This shouldn't be that difficult because it is just. I threw that in the water behind him. And apparently got all the fish. That's better.
Is that the best you can do? Hey!
Gonna need another stun grenade. Oh. Ugh, the music like went really quiet when I got. It's slowly coming back. Oh, that's annoying. So there's no. I have tried, by the way. There's absolutely no chance of being able to. Oh, I've thrown that again. It's trying to decide how long to hold the button for is not easy. I'm not even through phase 1 yet. Oh, he's back in it again. I'm very quickly running out of stun grenades. I think I've thrown that in the water again. Yeah. Okay, he's out of it.
Is that all you've got?
There we go. The other problem that we've got here is that auto aim, it automatically changes from auto aim to third person if I'm using a grenade.
Get him!
That's no good. That was fine. Yeah. Quick reloading, not a thing. Rather not get hit by that. Come on. Might actually, I'm out of matte stun grenades. Might actually have to. There's this. Might actually need to go for headshots, because otherwise this just takes ages. It's not like the oh, of course I've also now got to go into my backpack. So that's radio. So you can very quickly go into the different areas of your menu.
Shut
Click
up
on
in
the
there,
backpack icon, weapon, hey blues. Weapon, in this slot we now want grenades.
What's that?
It is possible to get some grenades earlier. Tommy gun. Hell is the right word. Hell is definitely the right word for how this is going. This is awful. Hey, we beat the pain. And yeah, for some reason, I can't. Oh, hey, hey, Deagle.
Did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you point a
Trying
weapon
to
at your own
swim
brother?
is awkward. For some reason, when I wonder if it's I'm running the emulator as an administrator. So I wonder if that's why live split isn't working and why the controller viewport isn't working. When I'm hovered onto the game, it's probably the administrator taking control of it. But also, I think running as administrator didn't make a difference anyway. So. Anyway, off we go. We've got a little while until the next boss. Now, the first time we ever did this on the stream, I did find every single Yoshi. There are 64. I think there's 64 Yoshis. I think we were talking about this the other day. The MGSR speedrun wiki does say that there's only 60. But I'm pretty sure it's still 64. I can't remember. But the Yoshis, are all in different places. Okay, there is no button to speed up swimming. Triangle still brings you up, though. Yeah, this does run like shit. Yeah, if I get to a point where I do feel I can run it, I will look at trying to do all Yoshis. This must be, this is, I mean, you think it's painful to watch, you should try playing it. Right, we want to get that out. I got the end, so that's good.
No! What? I did better!
So over here. Look at that rendering distance. Beautiful, isn't it? But as I said before, you still got to appreciate. Hey, look, Shoshi. Yeah, I knew there was no way I was getting past those guys. But that's okay because we can just do that. I swapped to the easy gun straight away. They didn't see me until I was within range to roll into them anyway. You still got to appreciate, even if it does run like crap, you got to appreciate this is MGS3 on a 3DS. It's still damn impressive. I'm trying to pseudo make it the snaky camera. I mean, there's going to be a massive difference in price for those things. Oh yeah, we should probably talk about that at some point today, shouldn't we? I did hint at it earlier when I said we were talking about the new 3DS, where Nintendo once again didn't understand how to name their products. But finally they did it. It is worth noting that as of today, for the first time ever, I've not found no one's been able to correct me on this. There's not like some obscure thing or anything. For the first time ever in its history, Nintendo are releasing a direct numbered sequel of a console. If you haven't heard already today, the Nintendo Switch 2 was revealed. Rather unceremoniously, they just shadow dropped a YouTube video. Presumably because so many leaks and stuff have come out about it. We all kind of, everyone, the logo's been leaked, the design's been leaked. But yeah, they find it's a rather nice looking video. The video shows a Switch 1, as I'm sure it will now be called, transforming into a Switch 2. Bigger screen, slightly bigger controllers. The controllers now clip in rather than the slot. They now clip into the sides. It's all a bit more curved. Oh god, switching between the different aims is awkward. And also remembering that it's now R1 and not square to shoot. I'm gonna want the. I think it's gonna be faster. Now, not all of the Keratin Frog, not all of the Yoshis are in different positions from the Keratin Frog. There you go. We got one Yoshi, and that Yoshi is in the same. That Yoshi is in the same position. Caution's fine for him. Yoshi's in the same position. That Yoshi was in the same position as the frog would normally be. Yeah. Obviously we've only seen very limited stuff from that initial sort of teaser trailer, or reveal trailer. It's not a teaser. They do show it. It's not like they show you a corner of it. That's it. I think I'm through without any problems here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, from the looks of it, it is just going to be a more powerful version of the Switch. It will have its own exclusive games, because it will have Switch 2 games. But it does just look like the Switch again. Which, to be perfectly honest, I think that's absolutely fine. I don't think... For what it does, the Switch is perfect. The only problem with the Switch now is that it is massively underpowered compared to everything else. So a more powerful Switch that can make more capability. Hopefully when it's in docked mode, it has a new dock. So it still works the same way. You still put it in a dock to connect it to your TV and all of that. But yeah, just a more powerful Switch is probably the right way to go. Hopefully in docked mode you'll be able to play in 4K. I think that would be expected. I'd be very, very surprised if that wasn't implemented. But you never know. This is Nintendo we're talking about. I don't have any stun grenades, do I? I do not have any stun grenades. This is not going to be a nice fight. I used up all of my stun grenades, killing the fear, and then I completely forgot to grab... I don't have any stun grenades for the end either. Oh, wow.
You'll die if you don't loot your...
Yeah, this is not going to be fun. Oh, I have to... What? Oh, there's a use button that I have to push.
What?
I need to come forwards.
Dead already? And just when the real fear was about to begin.
There we go. Well, that didn't really help. This is going to be awful. This fight is just going to be awful. Oh, excuse me. Man, I can't remember the last time I kind of did this fight casually. Him. No, you don't need food. All I gotta do is make sure that I get him before he comes down. Now that he's not invisible, can I auto aim him? Yes. Whilst he's not invisible, I can auto aim at him. Makes life a lot easier. Before he does. Where is he? There we go. Okay. That could have been a lot worse. But it wasn't. The Joy-Cons, yeah, the Joy-Cons look really nice. Right. I am gonna heal because I think I'm not risking not healing. I've got leeches on me as well. Let's get rid of them. Why not? Cigar, leech, cigar. Arrow wound will keep. It's the venom poison. That arrow wound I should probably fix. Styptic disinfectant. That arrow wound you should keep because that's the arrow wound. That's the arrow wound that means the end is in the right position. I'm not gonna. I have no idea what I'm gonna do about the end because I've got no stun grenades. I know what I'm gonna do about the end. That's not working. Let's just hop on over there. That hurt a bit. Oh, I didn't actually make it.
I think I saw some.
Thank goodness for the easy gun. Right. For the end, we're going this way. Speedrun non-lethal only. No, it's just with the easy gun, it's much easier too. There's really only 2 difficulties that anyone really cares about. Oh, there's smoke grenades. I'm sure there's stun grenades here. They're stun grenades. Yeah. There's only really ever been 2 difficulties that anyone cares about on Snake Eater, which is very easy because it's the fastest, and European Extreme because it's the hardest. On very easy, you have the easy gun, which is infinite ammo, non-lethal, super duper amazing gun. So you wouldn't do anything but non-lethal anyway, and the strats for the bosses are all fastest non-lethally anyway. On European Extreme, you learn non-lethal strats anyway. You don't have to, you can do stuff lethally, but you learn non-lethal strats because that's what gets you big boss. Well, sorry, Foxhound rank. Yeah, eventually I would like to have a look at them. I understand hard is kind of an interesting one. Yeah, you got Extreme is kind of like Euro Light. It doesn't have game over. There's no game over if discovered. Actually, I think you get to choose with Extreme. I can't remember. I understand hard is kind of like a really interesting middle ground between it all. Easy is basically just very easy, but without the easy gun. A normal, I don't know, normal's probably a bit whack. The 3DS version, the number of difficulties is vastly short. It is vastly smaller. This is easy. and it is treated as the same as very easy. For the end fight here, I'm going to do the old version of the end. There's no way I'm going to be able to do the faster version because we can't quick reload, and you need to be able to quick reload to do the faster version of the end. So yeah, there's this has easy, which is the same as the original's very easy. It has normal, which I'm going to assume is just the same as normal. Hard, which I'm going to assume is the same as hard, and then extreme, which I understand is the same as European extreme. Right, so we want stun grenades.
I can't see. I can't see.
Damn it. Oh wow, he's still got all of his health. I'm gonna fake death pull that and try that one.
It's over already.
Oh, hang on. I have no idea if that works. I assume that works on the 3DS version, but I have no idea if that is actually a thing. I don't want the easy gun out. I want my stun grenades. I know where I went wrong with that.
My eyes.
Oh, he got me.
You call yourself a son of the boss.
You can't. I don't believe you can zoom in. Damn it. It does work. That's cool. All right, we're gonna try and finish this. I've done a lot more damage to him. I'll have to watch an actual speed run to see if there's a different strat for this, because timings are different, and you know the way he takes damage and stuff is different. Hopefully, it shouldn't be too difficult to finish him off though. I just got to find him. There's only a few positions he can be in here. Oh look, it's Yoshi. That's not him there, is it? Oh, you have a you have more options for like which direction you want to aim. So like when you start aiming, are you aiming in the direction of the camera or the direction of the character? I have it set to character because that's what happens in MGS3. Can be up there. I think he's over here. He's not. Where is he? There he is. Oh, don't run away again.
Try this on for size.
Yay, there we go. Got there eventually. Quick reloads. Not having quick reload is a massive thing. We do need to do some. That's because it's built on the Peace Walker engine. So we now want the Mosing the gun out, and in items we want the cardboard box. In fact, what I should probably do is like swap the cigar for the cardboard box. We now want cardboard box out. Only thing yep, cardboard box trick is still the same. So you move quicker whilst wearing the cardboard box. I want the easy gun out. Now, one Yoshi I do remember, the Yoshi for the tunnel is there, which I thought, well, it took me ages to find that when we went through this the first time. Wouldn't surprise me if it was made alongside Peace Walker. This was released in... I can actually keep playing the game whilst doing other stuff. This was released in 2012. Peace Walker for the PSP was released in 2010. So I imagine it was probably the team who developed it, developed Peace Walker, and then once they were finished, they immediately moved on to this. We obviously still get the Snake Eater theme. Oh, you had the Peace Walker PSP. Nice. It's one game I actually don't own a physical copy of. I have a digital copy of Peace Walker on my Vita. I have the digital version on my PS3, which I bought from bought on the PlayStation Store. I have a disc version of the Xbox 360 version. It's in there. But I don't actually own an original PSP version of Peace Walker, which I should change. I own every other PSP Metal Gear. I have both acids. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have both acids. I have Portable Ops and Portable Ops Plus. I don't have the digital comics. The Bandai. I can't remember what it's called. They have a weird French name. Right, I'm done with the ladder. Oh yeah, I definitely don't have the the two MSX games. I do have Ghost Babel. I mean, in Europe it was just called Metal Gear Solid. But I do have a Game Boy version of Ghost Babel. That's it. Bandai Dessiné. Thanks. What is worth noting, like here, this is probably different on an actual 3DS as opposed to on an emulator, but the game's only running at 20 FPS, but this is a smooth 20 FPS. There's no frame drops here. As I say, that might be more to do with the fact that it's on an emulator. Yeah, I have the HD collection on 360 and PS3 because I have a digital PS3 version because, you know, way back when, the PS3 version was the ideal way to run Metal Gear Solid 3. So crazy to think there was a time where the PS3 version of MGS3 was the fastest version, and now we've got it native on PC. We've never had it so good. Huh?  'Cause, you know, way back when, the PS3 version of MGS3 was the fastest version, and now we've got it native on PC. We've never had it so good. 'Cause, you know, way back when, the PS3 version of MGS3 was the fastest version, and now we've got it native on PC. We've never had it so good. GG. Can I roll back up? Yes, I can. We're good. Mountains 3. This is one of the hardest rooms in the game, but this is very easy difficulty, so it's not at all. Oh, I didn't make it. Rolling feels awkward. I should say that. It does not feel fluid at all. I made that roll, so that's good. There's a very small degree of input lag. It's very, very tiny. It's not that noticeable. It's certainly not as bad as MGS1 on the PSTV, but it is. There's a very slight bit of input lag. Thank you, Rorschach. It's interesting you should say that, because it's something that I've grappled with a few times about speedrunning Metal Gear. You know, this year I am making more of a conscious effort to try and branch out further, do not just Metal Gear, but I've often contemplated whether or not I should just drop Metal Gear and start focusing on other things. Oh, Yoshi's in a different spot in here as well. Isn't he under the bed? I don't know. Let's keep going. Ooh, that's an interesting. Interesting idea. I'll leave him down. Sorry, I was saying whether I should quit Metal Gear and do something, because partly because I really miss doing races and events and stuff, and there just isn't anything like that going on in Metal Gear. I don't see Metal Gear speedrunners doing events and stuff again anytime soon. And there has been part of me that has thought, yeah, maybe I should just give it up. It's not really going anywhere anymore. But Delta's coming out, so that changes things. But the thing that you said about I'm a fine ambassador for the art of speedrunning, I love that term. I use that term myself. Ambassador. No, don't go away.
Eat flame! My chute's been ripped!
Ow. Oh god, it is so difficult to see in here. Sorry, I will continue saying what I was trying to say.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition! Fire!
Oh, that looked weird. Okay, not too bad a fury, and actually quick reload is in it. You just can't be aiming. I'll have to try that with some other stuff. Let's see how we get on. Yeah, sorry. Let me carry on with what I was saying. I love the word ambassador. It's a word. Oh yeah, you don't automatically climb up the bloody ladder. You have to climb up the ladder yourself. You know, anyone who sort of puts themselves out there, and you know, running a game can make you an ambassador for something. But certainly with what I've done, like I've made videos I've made videos on the subject. I made that Boba Skip video, which has had hundreds of thousands of views. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't. No, it hasn't had hundreds of thousands of views. It's had over 100,000 views. So I definitely consider myself an ambassador for Metal Gear. I go and I play it. I play at tons of events. I've been to, heck, I've done GDQ for it, and I don't want to lose that. I know that I am an ambassador. I know there are a lot of people who when they think of they think of Metal Gear. Is Rykov in a different position? I did not see Rykov on the... That's not Rykov. Where's Rykov?
There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
Maybe he is in a different position. Certainly, let's reset the room and see what happens. This might be a case of I actually need to just shoot him on the bridge. Oh, he is there.
What?
This is HQ. What's going on?
He is there, but he's like moving through it straight away. The timing on that is so much different.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Well, I've got him. He eventually ran back through. Oh, God. This kind of went wrong very quickly. So, yeah, another one I'm going to have to watch a speedrun of to, an existing speedrun of to understand what the heck you do in this situation. Because, yeah, there's no way you can shoot him that quickly. I suppose if the moment I got control of Snake, I went into first person and shot him, maybe there's time. That's still going to be a very, very tight window. Anyway, that's Rykov done. One uniform. No, this was bandage. No, wrong thing. Camouflage. Face, mask, uniform, officer. It's still much easier to manage the menu with the D-pads rather than trying to click on them with the mouse. I actually have no idea. I actually have no idea if the box trick is doable. I wouldn't have thought so because it's a different game engine. No, because I can't get the scope out. Yeah, no box trick. No box trick, can't get the scope out whilst hugging a wall. I wouldn't have thought so anyway because it's a completely different game engine. Right.
Sir.
Thankfully, I don't like to jinx it, but thankfully, the game hasn't crashed again. I I don't know whether that is because I put it in administrator mode, or whether it's just there's a problem in between the Virtuous and Snake Eater missions, which is interesting because that can happen on the Master Collection. The Master Collection PC version can crash. I will save it just to be on the safe side though. We don't want to have to go all the way back. The Master Collection PC version can crash after beating the Virtuous mission.
Kill me.
Obviously, the gameplay audio is exactly the same here, so I'm gonna mute it. There is indeed, you're watching it right now. Not that there's much to watch in this cutscene. This is the 3DS version of MGS3. It's rebuilt using the Peace Walker engine, but completely faithful. It really is like they just dropped Snake in from Peace Walker and let him run around MGS3. It does not shoot in the log save time. See, this time I would definitely expect it to be the other way around. It is a very... I wouldn't say... I'd hesitate to use the word impressive. I would use the word ambitious. It's a very, very ambitious port. I am running it on an emulator on my PC, so I do get a smooth 20 FPS. That is the kicker with it. It only runs at 20 FPS. Cutscenes run at 60 FPS, but gameplay runs at a max of 20 FPS. So it is, yeah. Ooh, it's smooth like mud. Oh, why am I not? Oh, crap. I'm only looking at, I've been only looking at, Twitch chat in my chat thing. Ryden's wig, if you're still there, I've just noticed your really nice messages. Thank you. Did I pre-order the MGS3 Funko box? No, because they're not available for pre-order in the UK. It's only the US. It's only the US Amazon store that seems to have them. There might be somewhere else in the UK you could get them from, but I don't know. So here we're going to want to use 144.75. Radio. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's good to see some people on. It's good to see some more people on YouTube today. Oh, bugger. The boss? Okay, so you can use L1 and R1 to tune it, which is a bit easier than trying to click. Oh, it goes all the way through that. But I don't know how to set... Is it going to be up? It's not up. Triangle. There we go. Okay, so there is an easier way of doing that. Sorry, Johnny. Johnny, language. I've told you before, Johnny, about your language. It's not on. This is a family-friendly stream. I've just realised you guys got no audio, have you? Whoops. There you go. Have some audio back. Yeah, I need to set up some buttons on my stream deck for this, because I've not... Oh, I think because I knocked Johnny out, I haven't got an alert. I have beaten the 3DS, the Vita version of MGS3. That and 2, they're interesting. They're interesting ports. But for those who don't know, when the Master Collection came out for PS3 and Xbox 360, they also made a version of only MGS2 and 3. There's no Peace Walker, but that's because you can just play the PSP version of Peace Walker anyway. Yeah, there are Vita versions of 2 and 3, as well as part of the Master Collection. They play pretty much the same, except all of your items are done using the touchscreen, because the Vita has a front and back touchpad. You only use the front touch. Use the back touchpad for leaning and yeah, use the back touchpad for leaning and standing on tiptoes. And it's awkward as heck. It's really awkward.
Snake.
Oh, is that to like ping the radar? Yeah, anything where you would like use L3 and R3 for stuff. I can't remember how it what it does for aiming. For like aiming down the sights and stuff like that, particularly in 3, because 3 is a bit different with the way that works. Yeah, they're kind of funky. I started running through European Extreme on MGS3 on it, and I just couldn't do the Ocelot unit the way you're normally supposed to do it, because trying to stand, you have to stand on your tiptoes to do European Extreme Ocelot unit, and trying to stand on your tiptoes using the back sensor pad is just impossible. The other thing is, because you use the touchscreen, I think you can mod a PSTV so that it recognizes the DualSense's pad, but it's a bit awkward. By default, without any mods or anything, you cannot play MGS2 and 3 on a PSTV. The system won't let you. They are locked. But there are patches you could. There are mods so that you can unlock them. The game looks pretty much identical when you swap the stream quality. Right, we want the I want the handkerchief out now. So just click on that weapon, because the handkerchief is a weapon. It'll be under other probably. Handkerchief. I'll just push start. Oh, hang on. Aim, fire. That should knock Snake out. There we go. The most deadly weapon. There's no... I can tell you, trying, there is no way to hit that... Oh shit, I just hit exit, didn't I? Fuck, I just hit exit. Whoops. I was trying to see if there's any way of hitting that use button using the pad rather than having to tap on it, and there isn't. You have to tap on it. And yeah, just accidentally hit end instead. Luckily, we saved it just before... the last save isn't that long ago. You also have to use the... you have to tap to load that menu. You can only tap. You can't use the controller, which is awkward. So we just have to go through torture again. Sorry, folks.
Stop it.
That's my bad. Whoopsie doodle. Trying to think if there's anything I want to do or change whilst we've just sat here doing this again. At least it's not that far back.
What the hell are you
That
doing?
is a very good... I mean, that's the question that I ask myself every single day. I figured I could try and fix my microphone thing, but that... I did say that I was going to take a big long break from Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 this year after playing so much of it last year. But yeah, that obviously hasn't happened yet. Right, if Mike Orcs is muted, unpause unmuted flash. If edit webcams here muted for at least... Webcams here muted is hidden. show it? I think it's because I've lost my times. I don't know. I need to find it. I have a thing where if I mute my microphone, you get a little flashing. We get a little flashing microphone symbol over my webcam, and it's now not working. I don't know why. It's been working before. So select. You can still go into. No, select just brings this menu open, so we should try and hit the call button in the thing. Right, so now I know that I can. Oh, massively overshot that. 144.75. There we go.
Bastard!
Shut it. I'm sorry, folks. I've just realised you had to say Johnny. You had to hear Johnny say that a second time. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, reprehensible behaviour. I do apologise, folks. I know. Language. Maybe I should add that to the soundboard. I should have that saved somewhere on my computer. I used it in a Dead by Daylight video once. I should have it saved somewhere. Oh shit. That guard doesn't appear there normally. Oh yeah, you didn't hear it because I'd forgotten to unmute the gameplay. That's the other thing, my workflow using my Stream Deck is a bit off. Because usually every single game I play comes under the same audio and stuff like that. This is different. These are, rather than this being a game capture, this is a window capture. It's two different window captures, so it's a different audio. Might be a way of fixing it. But if not, I'll just have to create something. Here you go, Snake. We've nearly caught back up with where we were before. Should say the world record for this on a normal, actually on console, because there's only ever been ran on console. There are emulator boards on speedrun.com, but no one's ever actually done an emulator run. The world record for console is coming up. I think it was a 1:15. It just sort of shows you how bad this run's going. Like, I haven't watched anything. I wanted to try and just sort of go into this blind, do what I know from MGS3, and see how far I get with it. As you can probably imagine, this version has not been really considered. I believe only 2 people have ever run it. Bracon is the world record holder, at least for easy. I don't know about the other difficulties. But yeah, Bracon's the world record holder. There's one other runner on easy. Thinking of doing the warehouse skip in later ones. Is warehouse skip doable on the 3DS version? Again, I'd need to check. I'd need to check Bracon's world record to see what different things there are. No, warehouse skip is a PS2. I can't remember if it's PS2 PAL exclusive or if it's just PS2 exclusive. No, sorry, warehouse skip is multi-segment only because it's a food zip. And you can only do food zips using a save file. You have to load a save file, same as the ladder skip. You know what? Just because I was about to say, just because menuing's a pain in the arse, it might actually be easier. I have not. I quickly checked. I quickly checked Amazon UK for them, but Amazon UK haven't got them. I don't know. I don't know if there's anywhere else I don't know if there's anywhere in the UK that do have them for pre-order. Right, let's not screw this up this time. Use. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if there's anywhere else in the UK that has them on pre-order. The only place I know of specifically that has them on pre-order is Amazon US. There must be other places. I'm hoping that now that
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, we did it. By the way, for those who don't know what this is referring to, this week pre-orders went live for 2 new Funko Pops, in line with Snake Eater Delta. They are Big Boss and the Boss. Well, sorry, Naked Snake and the Boss. It is oh, that was a pain in the ass. Lab skip, yeah. Okay, that does make sense. It's not unheard of. It's I think they're being released sometime in March. Now, no idea if that then means that we should be expecting the game to be we still don't have a release date for Delta. Konami still haven't told us when the game's bloody coming out.
Who's that?
All we like, I don't even think they've confirmed it's 2025, but you know, one would expect if merchandise is now available for pre-order, it must be soon. March 25th. I don't know. For me, you kind of feel like if merch is coming out, then surely I'm going to save it again just to be on the safe side. Surely, at this point, I did hear a rumor that suggests it will be coming to Switch 2, which makes perfect sense. It won't run on the Switch. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 3 doesn't run on the Switch.
The Shago.
From what I understand from people who've had access to it, who've like had extended previews and stuff, the game's finished. The actual build of the game is finished. It's now just down to polishing and bug fixing and all of that. So I don't think March is out of the question. But you would have thought if it was going to be March, they'd have announced it by now. You would have thought. Dude, what is a Konami thing? Does it sound like a Konami thing to not mark it and release and give the release date of your video game? That sounds like an absolute Konami thing to do, because Konami are fucking stupid. Konami, the company that famously cancelled Silent Hills, which was going to make them all the money in the world ever. Does it make no sense? It's a Konami thing. I think the cardboard box is classed as equipment rather than item. But no. Cardboard box B. We won't have that problem again. Right, we want to... There's no button to just clear things, although that's because they're sort of done differently. We want the easy gun. We want the Mosing the gun. We want the RPG. We want the stun grenades. And we want, we want the TNT. That should be everything. I'm pretty sure that's everything. But I think, I genuinely think it will be first half of 2025. It makes no sense to... It makes no sense. I mean, nothing Konami does. It makes any bloody sense. I'm still surprised we didn't get it in November. It is still really impressive, yeah. I'm still surprised we didn't get it in October, November last year, because that's kind of like release date. You know, that's the time to release games. If you've got a really big game for the holidays, that's when you buy it. And MGS3 Delta is gonna be one of those games that October, November works absolutely perfectly. Would work perfectly for Delta, because you're gonna have new people to the franchise who've never played Metal Gear and hear about this game and like they want to play it. Did I actually put that first one down? I haven't had a call from either. Where's the Eva call? I don't get the Eva call. What's going on? I've put... Oh. Backpack. Item. Oh. Yeah. Anyone else worked it out yet? I've been putting TNT down instead of C3. Oh, bugger. Fuck's sake. And now I'm so paranoid about accidentally using the fake death pill and hitting continue. I didn't forget Knuckles. Did not forget Knuckles.
Knock, knock, it's Knuckles.
Right, continue. I can't even die right. I can't even die right. Like, everything else about this game so far has been like identical. Why am I not getting this call from... Why am I not getting the call? Yeah, I obviously need to go back into my backpack and redo this. Bloody idiot. Right, TNT, sort that out for C3. That's what we want. C3. Right, off we go. Oh, what? Might as well have a fake death pill again. We'll just wait it out. It's just fake death pill. Using the fake death pill takes so bloody long, doesn't it? Continue. I do think I'm now also going to have to change. I'm going to have to put the TNT back out again. There we go. It kind of works to use the mouse. It just feels it. It feels a lot easier to use the D-pad. Right. There we go. Nope. There we go. That's more like it. That's fine. As long as I don't have a alert, I'm fine. Caution's absolutely fine for it. There we go.
Knock, knock, it's Knuckles.
Okay. Just we didn't forget Knuckles again. For those who don't know, the keratin frog in that room we call Knuckles, because I missed it during a marathon run, and when I went back to view the footage of that run to try and figure out what the hell went wrong, I discovered the reason that I missed it is because I was too busy talking to the host about Sonic and Knuckles. Right, Vulcan fight. Yeah, I'm going to assume that I play this the same. So run up to him, TQC slam, SVD. Okay, that was a lot slower. Ow. Can't shoot anywhere near as fast. Oh, this is horrible. Also, that aim is horrible. I really need to try and swap to first person. There we go. My PB from just 3, depends exactly on version, but I can't remember. Ow. No, too slow. That all happened a lot faster. Yay! Okay, that worked though. Hogan. Enjoy. Do you like the look of it, Glenn? Do you like the 20 FPS gameplay? Let's see if I can run the bike chase. So I don't have to run the bike chase. I don't have to do anything now. Metal Gear Solid 3 HD edition. PC very easy would probably be my fastest. I didn't realize I'm third on that board. I'm third. When was I third on the PC very easy leaderboards? That's crazy. 104.24. I had no idea I was third place on that leaderboard. What the hell? This is new information. That's cool. Obviously, there are lots of different. There's lots of different categories. PC European Extreme. I am dead last. I'm 14th. I'll probably just put water in for this. Oh god. So here's another thing that's interesting. The Yoshi is on that mast where I'm aiming right now. That's where the Yoshi is. AKA the Keratin Frog equivalent in this one. On that mast. At 20 FPS. It is not easy to land a hit on it. Yeah, European Extreme PC. I am 1 hour 26. I'm sure I must have beaten that by now. Have I just not submitted my best? I'm sure I've done better than that. From looking at I want to swap to from looking at the footage that's been shown so far, it seems there are two things with the Keratins. Firstly, they appear to have been replaced with Gakkos, which are the duck equivalent. And there was one shot that they showed of one of them, and I, just from sort of working out the surroundings and stuff, I could tell that it was Swampland. It was Dramuchi Swampland, which is the second room in the game, and it was in a different position than the Keratin, which for me is perfect. I like the fact that they're oh shit, we're doing another lap. I haven't killed everyone. Oh no, we're not. We're on our way out. I like the fact that they're geckos instead of keratins. That's pretty cool. But more importantly, them being in all new positions is way better. I wouldn't want them to be in the same positions. That would be boring. It would be the same again, and I don't care. So the fact that, as I say, this isn't 100% confirmed, but from what we've seen, it looks like it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be geckos in different positions. I mean, in the 3DS version, in both the 3DS version and the original, getting all 64 keratins nets you the stealth camo. Wouldn't be surprised if that's still the same in Delta. Yeah, you can play MGS1 on a mobile emulator, no problem. I've played Twin Snakes on my phone. I remember playing Twin Snakes on my phone and struggling because I couldn't work out how to change a disc. Right, now we want the RPG. Turn around and then aim. Snake, aim points.
You're wasting your ammo. Didn't feel a thing. Didn't feel a thing. Didn't feel a thing. Didn't feel a thing. That all you can manage? Didn't feel a thing. You're wasting
You
your
might have wanted to do a bit of damage to it in the first section. This is not as easy to try and match as you can imagine.
You're wasting your ammo.
I've not done as much for it. Right. The Shagohod fights.
I planted one seed.
Oh no, wait, we're not at the Shagohod fight yet.
Keep your aim steady.
Oh yeah, the Yoshi's. Remember correctly, isn't the Yoshi like on top of one of the struts?
Let it come closer. It's still too early.
See, oh, I don't see Yoshi. Where is he?
The Shagohod's not here yet. Let it come closer. It's still too early.
Can't remember.
It's here.
There we go. You zoom in and out using the using the touchpad. Right, I'm gonna be careful here because oh, well, this goes in a very different direction, doesn't it? Yeah, that was very different starts to the fight. Oh, Snake, stop turning so badly. Hey, Silent. Yoshi. This is raw. Ow. Oh, stop Take aim where you're looking, you douche. Oh, got it. That's interesting.
It's working.
She says it's working. It doesn't feel like it's working.
Got it.
I just can't get the timing right to loop it. Okay, that was good. Okay, that didn't work. SVD. Yeah, probably want to do the double shot. Cool. That's the Shagahod done though. Ooh. Trying to find an article. Someone who played Delta early said that there were both Keratin frogs and Gakko dogs. That would also be cool. I'd be totally cool with that as well. Cool. Now that I'm okay, just checking. No, there is no way of zooming in and out with the sniper rifle without using the trackpad. Hell, Yoshi. I have no idea where he is in here. Can't remember. I should have written them all down. Because Bracon asked me ages ago, when I first started looking into it, if I'd help him like root all Yoshis. I was like, yeah, I'll look into it. And then I tried it once on the emulator. It screwed up and it didn't work very well. This is the first time I've gone back to look at it. But yeah, having both and being able to either do one or the other or both would be really cool. That'd be a really good incentive for marathons. If Yoshi's there. I just saw him in the tower, I think. That'd be a really good incentive for marathons if it was a bid war between Yoshis and not Yoshi, bloody hell, I've got Yoshis on the brain now. A bid war between Keratins and Gakkos would be really cool. Has he gone back out again now? Trying to quick reload is kind of awkward because then I've got to re-aim. If that is the case, I will definitely do it. I've already said that when Delta comes out, I will be very first stream after Delta comes out. I will be playing through it and getting. I've said I'll be getting all the Gakkos straight away. If it turns out that it's Gakkos and Keratins, I'll be getting all of them. It would, if they did do both, it would make sense if the Keratins were in their original positions. I suppose it could be. I was going to say it could be that the Gakkos are where the Yoshis are, though the one Gecko we've seen already, I don't think is in a Yoshi position. And also, not all of the Yoshis are in different positions. There's a couple that are in the same positions as the Keratin. Maybe. I think it's only one or two in the same place. Yeah, kind of warm. Yeah, Yoshi would normally be, Keratin would be on that rock. We've got nothing, we don't really need to shoot these guys. We could just keep an eye out for Yoshi. I can't remember what it is. I remember them being a heck of a lot more difficult. There he is. That looked difficult to hit, but you just shoot the Yoshis with them. You just shoot the Yoshis with them with the RPG. Fine. That is actually a really good point. Because as far as I'm aware, you're not going to be able to swap between Legacy and Legacy and New on the fly. Once you start a game, you are stuck with the one that you picked. There won't be an option to swap partway through. I bet if that's the case, someone will mod it. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if it was Gecko's in the new version and Keratin's in the Legacy version. I mean, that's another thing that you've got for donation incentives. Do you play the Legacy? Do you do Legacy or do you do Classic? They're going to be two. They're going to have to be two different speedruns. Hey, Remedymon. Yeah, they're going to have to be two different speedruns. There will be two different boards for each version because they're going to play. I imagine because they're going to play so differently, and the fact that you can't. If you could switch between them on the fly, then it would just be one speedrun. It would. You wouldn't have multiple categories for them. But as I say, from what I understand, it is once you start, you are stuck in with whichever one you picked. So it really should be two different speedruns. Whoops. Either cut, which was disinfectant, styptic, bandage, suture. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different color schemes. Is that just for colorblind? Though seems weird. 4 different color schemes seems weird. I imagine the 4 different color schemes is specifically about colorblind mode. Still trying to sort of once again put it into a sort of pseudo classic camera. You just don't get to see anything. There's 4 different filters. There's a new color scheme. Classic yellow filter for... Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, that'd definitely be another donation bid war. Obviously, the more options you have for bid wars and incentives is always fantastic. Now, I'll give you this prediction right now. The very next GDQ after Delta is released will include a speedrun of Delta. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do. Come on, Eva.
The enemy is close by. Where did that come from?
Nah, it stopped, doesn't she? Auto aim there didn't work very well. Come on, Eva. I mean, this looks worse. I joked earlier when we got to the swamp, not Dramucci Swampland, but Chorney Prud, so the bit straight after. Oh god, Eva's stamina's gone down a hell of a lot quicker. When we got to Chorney Prud, it just looked like piss. Oh, I'm not close enough to her for it to consider her.
Just let me rest.
No rest, Eva. Noodles.
So good.
Yeah, the whole lake just looked like piss. I'd like a good trophy list for speedrunning. It's one thing that the trophy and achievement lists for HD edition don't really work for. All achievements is a bit awkward. The number of achievements is different on the Xbox 360 version from the PS3 version. There's less achievements on 360, and that's partly because the Xbox 360 considers Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3 to be the same game. It's all one big game, whereas on the PS3 it separates them and considers them two separate games, so you have two separate lists, so they can be a bit bigger. Will Switch 2? I don't think it will, because achievements and trophies have been a thing for a very, very long time. And the Switch decided not to go with it. So yeah, it's quite difficult to do an all achievements run of MGS3. It's not impossible, and it has been done, but really the only viable version of it is the 360 version. And the problem with the 360 version is you can't reset them.
Here I come.
Whoa, she just bloody... Wow, she just flipped into me. I can't see.
You better run.
Run towards me. I think I need to reset the fight. There we go. So yeah, we now lose... We actually go back to the... Oh. Forgot to aim first.
Heads up, Snake.
Oh god damn it, aiming is so bloody difficult. Let's try and get into first person view now. I have no idea. Oh, she's over there.
Where are you hiding?
Oh, I should have tried to quick reload that. Either quick reload or only shoot her once. This is not going very well. Where is she? Where the hell is she? I can't...
Where are you hiding?
Here.
Found you.
Right, let's just shoot her once. Oh, it's too slow.
Pathetic.
No, all my stun grenades. This is horrible.
There he is. Is that
Stick wouldn't grab her.
heads up, Snake? You're not the one I thought.
Trying to CQC her is very difficult because you have to hold it down for quite a time first. Now where's she gone? Also, there's an L that I cannot see a thing.
Here I come.
I'll get her eventually, but this is I've got to like reload. I've got to I think I need to unequip the easy gun. Oh, finished. There we go. Obviously, we still got the little epilogue and the credits, but yeah, we've 2 hours. Not great. I can tell you that there are 2 times on the leaderboard on. And technically, this is world record because no one else. Well, actually, it isn't because this has been multi-segment. Because I had to because the game crashed. But oh, excuse me. There are only 2 times on the console easy board. Bracon with a 1:18:53 and Ticoman, who is a runner from Bolivia, with 1 hour 30:49. Obviously, this was just me going into this to try and give it a go. You know, I do want to try and learn it as much as I can. It's rough. It's tricky because it feels very, very different. I can tell you that for console, there are no normal runs, there are no hard runs, and there are no extreme runs. There are only 2 runs. There are only 3 full game runs on the board. Is that because there's a multi-segment, or is that because there's a obsolete run? Oh. Oh, circle that time to God, oh, I remember I remember there being a crash before the credits as well. I think Bracon told me how to fix that. So if the game crashes, I do apologize. Show obsolete runs. Obsolete runs being shown, but where's the 3rd run? Sorry, I should be mashing X. Yeah, I can't see where this 3rd run is. Oh, found it. Easy emulator. There is an easy emulator run. I am going to save it just in case this crashes. There is an easy emulator run. So this is not world record. 1 hour 20 by Tinko Man. I'm sure when I checked that earlier, there wasn't anything there. Ah, multi-segment. I do need to mute the audio. Yeah, so easy multi-segment. There is an emulator run. 1 hour 20. Going to assume There's a lot of... I'm going to move my thing over. There's a lot of notes on it. Actual rank achieved with Tortoise, but 3DS ranks are not selectable on the submit menu. Difficulty was 3DS easy, same as PS3 VE. Capture was recorded with 2 inputs. Snicker stream capture. So this is the other thing. There's a thing you can do called Snicker stream where you can like remote play your 3DS, and that has to go under emulation. Console uses new 3DS jailbreak via boot 9 method using NTR CFW version 3.6 for device capturing. MGS3D is digital version SD stored V version 1.1. There's a lot of detail in here, which is very good. 1 hour 2058 achieved. 3DS easy gun used. New game plus camos used, as well as brown face paint for swimming segments. The pain fight was skipped using the pill trick. Ah, yes! There is a pain skip. I remember. There is a pain skip that is exclusive to the 3DS version. It is, I remember it now, the pill trick. What you, yeah, it's, of course it was found by Apple, because every MGS3 trick is found by Apple. So to skip the pain on the 3DS version, you use you walk up, obviously, just before you fight the pain, you walk into his boss fight, and there's like a trigger on the floor. As soon as you pass that, it goes into the cutscene and the fight starts. What you have to do is you use a fake death pill just before you hit that trigger. Like you're an inch away from that trigger. Use a fake death pill. Snake will fall over, and when you then revive and get back up, he's on the other side of the trigger, and you just run through. I forgot that was a thing. The end fight was skipped with multi-segment save and date skip trick 1 month forward as allowed in multi-segment runs, so that didn't include the end. Some bits are messed up during the last part. Most of them can be noted during the boss fight. A couple of bits broke due to NTR menu, but nothing that affected the run overall. First save was used to overcome a bug with NTR CFW that crashes the stream if not saved after Virtuous mission. Second save was to skip the end fight. So that's why it's multi-segment. It says there's a if you don't it does say if not saved after Virtuous mission. No, I saved it and it still crashed. I'm sure I played this earlier and it didn't crash. Is there any notes on the there are notes on the console ones, which are single segment, not multi-segment. Bracon's world record, first 3DS run with the pain skip and lab skip. Looking to take it down to 117 and 116 in the future. Fairly happy with this run overall as a starting point with all the glitches. And to Tinko Man with a 130.49, the notes on that run. Just fixed the mission values since the category update. Difficulty was 3DS easy. Sorry for recording quality. It was the best way I could figure out to record the 3DS and audio cuts out after Ocelot Duel. Time was part of this run. Messed up Socraveno and Sewer Escape, still its personal best. Tarantula and Leech ranks achieved. Used Easy Gun plus Boss's camo. As far as I know, it's the only registered 3DS speedrun I saw worldwide. That must have been before. Oh yeah, that was the original world record. Yeah, the next thing for me to do is to now watch Bracon's world record and see what I need to, what do I now need to learn? The other thing I need to do is make sure that it's not going to crash. At the end of the Virtuous mission. Now, thankfully, Mandarin emulator does have save states. So whilst you only have one save file, you can use save states to practice and stuff. So that's good. There is a log folder. Mandarin log. I wonder if the log file has something about it crashing. I'd have to check. I'd have to find exactly when it happened. Right, actually, it seems it only updates once it closes, so I think it's here. Debug critical, video call, Vulkan renderer. Number 3 operator, assertion failed. Okay, so maybe swapping it from Vulkan to something else might fix it. It's worth a try. I certainly don't have time. Oh, excuse me. I certainly don't have time to do another full run. One thing I've just realized, one thing that I haven't considered is, can we skip the credits? I don't think I'm pretty sure you can't.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace.
No, you can't. Can't skip the credits. Can't skip the final code. Just like the original.
Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied.
Oh, I remember what I was looking at earlier.
Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole
I was
affair.
trying to find out if I've done it better. My current PB on speedrun.com for European Extreme any percent on the PC version is 1 hour 26 dead on. I am 14th place out of 14. Surely I have done better than that. Title. Search for the word eater. Oh, no, I obviously don't.
It's me.
I'm gonna have to say, I'm just gonna have to put the word 3 in.
The boss has accomplished
Title contains
their mission.
3.
The philosopher's legacy.
That's collection very. Oh no, title contains Euro. That would do it. European Extreme. I've not done Euro Extreme on anything else.
Yes, the philosophers will finally be revived.
80% Euro Extreme Master Collection, 1 hour 26. That is my PB.
The film we handed the Chinese.
Okay, we need to
was
change
fake.
that.
Peking must be in an uproar right about now.
The other thing I'll be doing over the next that is the other main effort that I'll be doing on Thursday. So for those who haven't sort of been around,
still have part of the legacy.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry about the timer stopping there. Apparently, I hit a button. My intention at the moment is to split stream. I already stream every Tuesday and every Thursday. Thursdays are going to be Metal Gear. I will always speedrun or play some sort of Metal Gear game on a Thursday. And then Tuesdays is going to be for other stuff. So Tuesday just gone, I did a playthrough of Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. It's a game that I actually haven't played this. It was the first time I ever played and finished the Super Nintendo version. I have the Game Boy version. I still have it here from when I was showing it off.
I don't think they're making a fuss.
The Game Boy Color remake
The secondary
of
alerts
Donkey
have been
Kong
lifted as
Country.
well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity.
This was the first Game Boy game I ever owned.
They have no idea
The
that I
SNES version is superior. Like ridiculously superior. And so I decided I'm going to play that, and I am going to learn to speedrun now. I've already got everything set up. I need to start learning it, so I'll be learning it, starting the tutorial process on Tuesday. I've already understood some of the skips. I already understand how the any percent skip beats the game in 17 minutes. like skip a whole bunch of levels after the very first level. So yeah, Tuesday will be for other stuff. Thursdays will be for Metal Gear. And at the moment, my intention. Oh, hang on. It helps if I actually. There we go. IGT is 1 hour 41:12. Now you got to remember, I did have to load a save. I did have to load a save. So actually, this isn't that bad. A start. Let me go back to. If you consider that the multi-segment emulator is 120, the world record on console for this category is 118, and second is 130. Obviously, there's a lot of problems with this run, so a little bit of actual understanding and practice, and yeah, I can definitely get second place. Well, I say second place, I'll be on the emulator board rather than the console board, so it won't be. Unless I actually try and play on my 3DS, but I'd have to film it. I don't have a 3DS with a capture card. So I would just have to like film playing on my 3DS. So I might do that at some point just so that I can get the console leaderboard as well. My title is Eagle, as you can see in the bottom left. But yeah, 6 saves, 4 continues, 12 alerts. Yeah, stuff. The other thing now, of course, with this, I've unlocked the boss's camo, so we can do New Game Plus. What I should have done is obtain the title Eagle and score. There's the other thing with the 3DS version. You have your overall rank, but if you did anything to unlock any of the others, it tracks them. So I also got Scorpion. I've got the Patriot. I've got the green face paint, brown face paint, tuxedo, banana pattern, the DPM pattern, the Orscam pattern, the Desert Tiger pattern, the Fleck Turn pattern, grenade pattern, mummy pattern. And now that saves. So yeah, I'll need to figure out. I need to do a run where it all happens in one run, as opposed to having to load a save and stuff. Actually, see what my RTA would be. Because then I can start to figure out where I actually need to stop the timer. Because yeah, when your live split is showing you 2 hours and 6, but your IGT is 1 hour 41, it's not a very useful indicator. One thing I should have done. So yeah, if you can now go to the results screen, you get your most recent save. And it will show you your total for across all playthroughs, and then you can also check out the titles that you've unlocked. So the idea is to actually collect the titles, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna I want to configure graphics. Probably gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close the game. Right, file. I don't want to exit. Can I close? Stop. Just want to stop emulation for a moment. And go to emulation configure, graphics, and change it from Vulkan to OpenGL. Why not? We don't want to go software. We definitely want to do OpenGL. So let's try running it in OpenGL. First, make sure that works, but see if that prevents the crash. That might be the solution. I'm sure I remember Brackon mentioning something about there being a crash at the end of the credits, which obviously didn't happen, so that's fine. But I'm sure he mentioned to me that there was a fix for that. So if there was a fix for that, that might also be the same fix for this. Let's have a look. should just search that conversation. We had a long conversation about unmetal at one point. Still trying to get through it. Search for the web credit. I'm sure he mentioned that. Yes. I can't find. I'm sure he mentioned something about it, but oh, it wasn't a problem before, so I won't worry about it. Oh yeah, he sent me a link to sent me a link to a website that does 3DS capture board ordering. $200. Oh, and it crashed. $200 for a 3DS capture card. Right. I don't want to run it as an administrator this time. I think, as I said, I think running it as an administrator was what caused me to not have.
Start.
Yeah. Now that I'm running it, now that I'm not running as an administrator, the overlay's working, and I've got global control.
Start.
Global control over live split again. It seems there's a crash that happens if you don't load, if you stay on the main menu too long. Hey look, there's boss's horses in the background. Right, let's go through, and I don't know why it now gives you all the options again. I'm just gonna say I like all MGS games. For beginners, difficult, easy, start. It doesn't matter. I went to start the timer, but we're not doing that. All we're doing now is just checking to see if changing the renderer to OpenGL prevents the crash, and also to check that OpenGL actually works. There's other things I could do as well. I've got what I'll do is I'll save it.
Jack, I've got some important news.
I'll save it the room before, so I can actually check properly. Oh, triangle still zooms in on the cutscenes. Sorry, X. X still. That was the one thing that I still got triggered by on the Switch. The control buttons are all still the same. A and B are the wrong way around, X and Y are the wrong way around. I hate Nintendo. All right, here we go again. Climb. Remember to climb. We have to climb. It won't climb automatically. It doesn't do it for... No hand holding. Won't do it for me.
I see.
To be fair, Nintendo did do it first. I'm pretty sure Nintendo's been the same since the since the SNES. The SNES did it that way round first, and then Xbox came later. But don't hold me to that. I could be wrong. Oh, one thing I wanted to do as well. Which I want to do before I save it. Was it change it in equip unequip to 2-cycle swap. Oops. So I imagine that'll be really helpful. I don't think 3-item cycle will be that helpful, because you don't end up using that many items at once. And I imagine trying to manage that system is a bit of a pain. I don't know, because I don't speedrun MGS4 yet. But I know in MGS4 you do use the three slot cycle. But it takes quite a bit of management. I imagine the 2 cycle swap will be pretty easy to use. It'll be really useful for be really useful for things like the pain. It'd be really easy to swap between both the pain and ocelot actually. Swapping between stun grenades and the easy gun. Same for the end. Swapping between those two. That's probably it. That's probably the main thing to swap between. The boss swapping between the easy gun. Yeah, the boss swapping between the easy gun and.
Huh? Who's that?
We're good. Yeah, getting used to the whole quickly swapping between auto aim and other stuff is awkward. But that's the point of learning the game. Trying to get good at it. We go get good. I do have, I know I've mentioned it before on the stream, so anyone who's heard me talk about it before, this is nothing new. I do have one other motive for learning this run. As you may know from my endeavor last year of trying to do the Master Collection Pentology, you may know that I'm a bit of a fan of multiple Metal Gear runs. I am a world record holder for 3 of them. Those being the Metal Gear Solid trilogy, the Shadow Moses trilogy, and the and the All Frog Tags trilogy, which is one that I made up. And I'm the only person who's ever done it. I did not make up the Shadow Moses trilogy, but I'm also the only person who's ever run it. Ah, it's not that guy. It's that guy who kept seeing me. This should save some time. And I've done others. I've done the Metal Gear Duo. I've done the Metal Gear Trio once, but it wasn't legit. Obviously, I've now done the Pentology. But what I would like to do when once Delta is released, I'd like to do the Metal Gear Solid 3 trilogy. It's where you run Metal Gear Solid 3 HD edition, this, and then Delta back to back. I'd like to invent that speedrun. That's the other reason I want to learn this. Because I just think that's a really cool idea for a speedrun trilogy. Three games that are all technically the same game, but not quite because it's been remade twice. Hey, happy dude. A cheap cash grab. I wouldn't call it a cheap cash grab because it's being rebuilt from the ground up in Unreal Engine. It's not cheap. But a cash grab is correct. The way I see Delta mainly is that Konami looked at the success of the Resident Evil remakes and went, yeah, why don't we do that with Metal Gear? That's just going to print money. Oh, I forgot. Damn it. I was going to save it. Oh, I think I still can.
Ready to save?
Yes, I can still save it. Cool.
Snake, come back in one piece, okay?
Right. So, cure. Broken bones is bandage. Splint. Cut is disinfectant, styptic, bandage, such a kit. Disinfectant, styptic, bandage, such a kit. Nah. Yeah. Okay. Does it crash? We'll get. I should get the option to save. I'm going to say no because we just saved it. This is one of the things that I've been complaining. Right, don't save it. Hasn't crashed. That's useful to know. So don't know whether that's just because we're now on OpenGL. The other thing is the way I have this set up with the emulator is each individual 3DS screen is its own window. So I have two. Let me show you. In fact, I can very quickly show you what I'm looking at in case you're interested. So this is what I'm currently viewing to play the game. I have the main screen here, live split. So it doesn't use up a lot of screen estate. I could make it a bit bigger. I might do that, but I need to mess around with the stream to do that. But yeah, so this is how it's set up. When we transitioned there, I was focused on I was focused on this view, the bottom screen. So that's probably worth noting. In fact, let's restart, load that save, and just do it again whilst focused on this screen instead. Let's just see what happens. It's only that if that is the solution, it means I've got to remember that every single time. Yeah, we'll go back to the 3DS. Sometimes it's cool to see how the sausage is made. Right. Yeah. To go back to Jimmy S's view on MGS3 on PS2 still being 10 out of 10. For me, this is why I've been a bit annoyed at the fact that the game is going to be the game is being kept like super faithful to the original. Like it's being like the loading screen transitions. You're still gonna have a loading screen in between rooms, and stuff like that. It's like if you're gonna remake it. Don't make the same game again. Particularly because, and as you quite rightly point out, MGS3 still holds up today. The Master Collection in particular gave it a new breath of life, and it still plays fantastically well. And an HD texture pack. What, for the 3DS version? Oh wait, Game Banana. That sounds like where I got the Circle Pad Pro game save for this. I definitely will check that out. Does it affect the game? Does it affect the frame rate at all? Also, I don't know if that would be legal for speedrunning. Right, don't save it. I've switched over to the other... okay. So that time, I was hovered over the main game. So it seems... So it didn't matter that it was Vulkan. It being on Vulkan, it being Administrator didn't make a difference. I don't know whether to go for Citri. You got the saves. No FPS drops at all. That's awesome. I would definitely check that out. Right. Emulation configure. Yeah, I say remake it, but if you're gonna remake it, do something with it. Do something different. I'm going to get rid of the texture filter. There's got to be something that's happening here. It can't be a graphical thing because of... Unless I don't play it in different windows. Unless I play it side by side. Let's try that. My only concern is if it ends up being... If it ends up being that that I have to have a specific screen selected, then I'm gonna forget to do that. I mean, it helps that it's it helps that it's the screen for the menu, because I'm going to have been clicking on that to do I got to click that. But if I ever forget or move away or something, presumably this isn't going to crash. So yeah, my point is I'm looking forward to Delta, mainly because it's something new that's Metal Gear related, and we haven't had anything new in the Metal Gear space in a very long time. But I do think there were better ways of going about it. All right, let's see if it crashes now. So the main one for me is the loading screens between rooms. It should just be open. That crashed. All right. Snake Eater 3D crash after virtuous mission. MGS3 crashing at the end of the virtuous mission. It's PC. Snake Eater 3D crashing. Final cutscene where Snake... Reddit shit. I don't know if it's just not loaded properly or what. Game keeps freezing each time I beat the virtuous mission. No, that's Metal Gear Solid 3 HD. It's all for MGS3. There's a video. I found a video of someone playing on a Citra emulator, and they gave their settings. Good boy. Let's try and match these settings then. Emulator, config. Configure. Enable CPU JIT. Where is that? The graphics? Sure, I remember seeing it. That sounds familiar. There's a shader JIT that's enabled. Enable priority boost. That might be a system thing. Nope. General? I realize you guys can't really see what I'm looking at right now. GDB stub logging. I found CPU JIT now. Priority boost is enabled. CPU JIT add tick should be 1077. 10,077. I don't have an option. I have a CPU clock speed. I don't have a JIT number. Enable VSync. VSync's enabled. Limit speed percent 100%. I'm pretty sure that's already what it is. Yep, emulation speed 100%. Backend OpenGL, I already changed it to OpenGL. Shader emulation GPU. So yeah, enable hardware shader is on. There's a hardware shader. Oh, there's another thing with the hardware shader, so I'll put that on. Oh, enable accurate hardware shader. I've done that. Now, internal resolution 2 times that. I suppose that's the other thing I could do. I'm currently on 2000 by 1200. We could lower the native resolution. I want to leave that as much as possible. Do none for the shader for the texture filter. Enable shader JIT. Yep, I already did that. Enable shader JIT, screen layout. I've done everything that this person suggested. Certainly, this isn't to try and fix an issue though. This is just what they were running it on. Audio, there is different audio options, but I can't imagine it's that. All right, let's change the only other thing I haven't changed then is the internal resolution. To turn linear filtering off. I'll turn linear filtering off and I'll make it 800 by 480, so 2 times native. See if that makes any difference. It's not going to look as good. Can I change the layout partway through? Yes, I can. Go back. Can I go back to separate windows? Thank you. Oh, that second window is a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger than it has been. I need to. I do need to. At the moment, I've just kind of jigged the, done the bare minimum with the with it on OBS. I really should like do bounding boxes and crops and stuff like that. So there's a bit more sorted. Right, let's try this. Let's try this again then. Let's see if this makes see if anything that I've changed here makes a difference. I say it'll look worse because the resolution's knocked down significantly. It doesn't look that much different actually. Bandage, right. Broken bone, splint, bandage, cut. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, I'm gonna click back on the main. Actually, I'm gonna click back on the second window. Don't want to save it. It's crashed again. This is going to cause a problem for speedrunning. If I can't get past this crash. Ooh, nice. Still got my fat PS2 right here. Never had a slim. Yeah, if I can't get past this crash, this is going to be a problem. Just having a look online. Let's... There's a 60 FPS. Just trying to find... So I found a Reddit post that's making some suggestions of what to do. The first one is use Vulkan. Vulkan and turn sound stretching off. Obviously, this is looking at Citra though. I'm using Mandarin because Citra doesn't do anything. You can't use Citra anymore. So the resolution didn't make any difference. The texture filter didn't make any difference. Let's go back to Vulkan. Oh, actually, I see someone about Virtuous Mission. Someone says, I've never encountered this. Only freezes right before the Snake It song. Choose to save after Virtuous Mission, or you'll likely have to do it over. Just trying to see if there's anything else on this. Gameplay. Vulcan keeps crashing. Try to turn off linear filtering. So another suggestion is to turn off linear filtering. So let's try that. If Konami wants to make new Metal Gear games without continuing the story after MGS4, a remake of MGS3 is the perfect way to lead into a prequel about the boss during World War II. I know that's a suggestion that's come up a lot of times. As far as new stories and stuff go, I do not want Konami to make another Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid is done. Metal Gear Solid concluded with Metal Gear Solid 4. We got a nice little bridge of the gap between Peace Walker and Metal Gear with Metal Gear Solid 5, but Metal Gear Solid and the Snake Dynasty, if you can call it that, is done, is over. We do not need another Metal Gear Solid. We do not need another game where either Solid Snake, Naked Snake, Big Boss, whatever, however you want to call him, is the main character. They're done. I am all for. I already have linear filtering turned off. That doesn't help. I am all for, however, spin-offs, existing characters, whatever. I mean, the best example is I would if Metal Gear Rising Revengeance came out now, I'd be absolutely happy with it. That's absolutely fine. Go with it. Yeah, we don't need any more Metal Gear Solid. Make Metal Gear spin-offs. Just don't make Survive again. I think I saw something suggest I need to disable audio stretching. Disable audio stretching, right. Audio stretching is currently enabled, so I will disable it. All right, let's try that then. I should also check out Game Banana. Oh. That was a bit funky. I think that was just the initial load. I think we're good. I mean, we all know that Snake Eater Delta is going to make a load of money because every Metal Gear fan is going to buy it because they're desperate for something Metal Gear related. I should know. I'm one of them. So it's almost, you know, and once you've remade Metal Gear Solid 3, it'll be pretty easy to use the same engine to remake Metal Gear Solid 2. I am very certain the next game that will come out will be a remake of Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 1 will be very different. Metal Gear Solid 1 will be very difficult to do right. Because Metal Gear Solid 1 needs it can't be, Metal Gear Solid 1's remake, if they do it, cannot just simply be Metal Gear Solid 1's Shadow Moses in this game, in the same game engine. It will not work. It will fail. Twin Snakes is the perfect example of that. Okay, it hasn't crashed. I wonder if that's because I've skipped... I think now it's actually because I've skipped the... I kept mashing X, so I successfully skipped the Snake Eater song. I wonder if it's the Snake Eater song. Either that or it's the audio stretching. Let's do one more test then. Let's do it again, and I won't constantly mash. But it's either the audio stretching or it's because of this. because I was mashing. Twin Snakes is a lot better than it gets credit for. You're my new best friend. Very, very well said. Yes. Twin Snakes, let's be clear. Twin Snakes is a bad game. Twin Snakes is a bad remake of Metal Gear Solid 1. Sorry. No, Twin Snakes is not a bad game. Twin Snakes is a bad remake of Metal Gear Solid 1. If Twin Snakes came out first, I think it would be absolutely fine. People would say it was a great game. The biggest problem that Twin Snakes has is it has to be compared to the original, and it just does not stand up to it. And there are areas which are significantly worse as a result. Ocelot's boss fight is the main one. And the cutscene direction is just ridiculous. It's a fantastic speedrun. I speedrun it at SGDQ 2023. I argue that it is a better speedrun than Metal Gear Solid 1. Because it cuts out a lot of the backtracking. Metal Gear Solid 1 isn't actually that good of a speedrun, particularly if you're only doing any percent, it's not a very good speedrun. If you're doing all bosses, it becomes a much better speedrun. Right, don't save, and I'm now not going to mash. So this is, I think it's simply, it's crashing because it's starting to load, it's crashing because it's starting to load the Snake Eater song, and it can't deal with it. So, presumably, I'm just going to have to make sure that I mash every time. Let's try and cement that theory. Try and cement that theory by doing this again and mashing like hell. Oh. But yeah, you're right. People do overhate it. And Twin Snakes does look very good. Anyone who is a fan of Metal Gear owes it to themselves to at least play Twin Snakes once if they haven't already. You should still play it. Same with Survive. You should still play Survive. Still give it a go. Play through it once and then never touch it again. You'll probably find you enjoy it more than you expect. Then learn to speedrun it. Don't learn to speedrun it. It's not. It's a weird speedrun. It's a fun speedrun. It's a weird speedrun. I remember playing Twin Snakes for the first time. This is before I became a speedrunner. This wasn't streamed. I just decided I've never played Twin Snakes. I've got a GameCube emulator. Let's give it a go. I gave it a go the first time. I hated it. Did not like it. Did not enjoy it. I was like, cool, that's that done. At least I've played it. I don't think I'll ever touch it again. That was terrible. Smash, 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 smash. Okay, yeah. As long as you mash so the Snake Eater song does not trigger, it won't crash. Oh, it's massively expensive. For me, because I do own a copy, which I can't tell with my webcam. It's there. Oh, you can only see the side. I've got my copy's there. I have a Japanese copy. It was cheaper to buy a Japanese copy and mod my Wii, turn my Wii into a Japanese Wii, than it was to try and buy a PAL version. wouldn't want to buy a PAL version anyway, because the PAL version only runs at 50 FPS. But it was certainly cheaper to buy the Japanese version than it would have been to buy a US version. Yeah, as I said, hated Twin Snakes. Thought I'd never thought I'd really play it again. Then I got into speedrunning. I got into speedrunning Metal Gear Solid 1 first. And throughout my experience with Metal Gear Solid 1, I kept thinking to myself, should I learn Twin Snakes? Other people, Plywood was pushing Twin Snakes. A lot of other people were pushing Twin Snakes. And I was like, should I learn it? I actually made a big, long list of all the things that I need to do to get into speedrunning Twin Snakes. Getting the emulator set up, learning it, buying a copy, getting it on my Wii, maybe buying a GameCube. I never did buy a GameCube. All of that stuff, everything that I would need to do. Get a capture card, be able to get a Wii controller or whatever. All of that stuff. Eventually, the thing that made me learn it was MGSR held a Twin Snakes tournament. And so I decided to learn Twin Snakes so that I could enter the tournament. And that's how I learned it. And, for the longest time, I enjoyed it. As I say, it's a very, very good speed game. But I always thought it would be one that I sort of play for a little bit and then put down. I've done the speed run and that's kind of it. Twin Snakes was the first game I ever ran for a GDQ hotfix. Me and another runner called House Test used to do a race where he would run Metal Gear Solid 1 and I would run Twin Snakes and do a what's faster, and we did that for GDQ hotfix 1 at one point. And then I went to GDQ. I got accepted into SGDQ 2023. I went to America. I'm obviously English, as you could probably tell from my accent. I went to America. I ran Twin Snakes at SGDQ. If you had told me 3 or 4 years ago, before I became a speedrunner, when I used to watch I may not have been a proper speedrunner, but I used to watch GDQ. Me and my friends used to watch it. I had learned I'd learned Klonoa too, but I wasn't a serious speedrunner. But me and my mates, we used to watch GDQ and we used to enjoy it. And I used to think it was amazing that these people got to do all of this stuff and they were so talented at their games. If you had told me back then that one day I would be on that stage, first of all, I wouldn't have believed that. But the thing that would have sealed it, that I thought you were a complete liar, was that I'd be on that stage running the Twin Snakes. I'd have been like, yeah, no. It still blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. That game, the first time I played it, I absolutely hated it, and that's what I've run at GDQ. It's amazing. It's I've run it for many marathons. The other live event I did it for was Insta Speedathon last year. I wore a tuxedo whilst I did it as well. That was pretty cool. I don't think Twin Snakes would be exclusive to the Switch version on Volume 2, because we had the Nintendo NES version of Metal Gear on. Thank you. We had the Nintendo NES version of Metal Gear on Volume 1, so the precedent's there. I think it would be really. I think it'd be really difficult. To do, I think it'd be really difficult to do the Master Collection and have platform exclusive games. I think there would be a lot of uproar about it. I'd hate it. I'd be like, no, that's just wrong. Ghost Babel should be really easy to put into volume 2. Thomas Manville, you said the only reason I dislike playing Twin Snakes was the GameCube controller. Then I have a solution for you. The thing that helped me get into GDQ, there would be no way that I would play Twin Snakes at GDQ without it. And it's not here. Is it in my drawer? Or is it just lying around? God damn it. It's here. I present to you the Blue Retro Let's let me switch to my let's swap to the webcam view so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Webcam. Because I also absolutely I hate the GameCube controller. I never had a GameCube growing up. The only thing that I've ever used a GameCube controller for is to play Smash Brothers. I own 2 GameCube controllers. They're not official ones, and they're crap. The joysticks are crap, and they don't work very well. But I discovered this little thing. It's called the Blue Retro. It's open source software. There's various different companies that make them. I got this one off AliExpress. You can get lots of different versions. And the way it works is you can connect pretty much any controller to this via Bluetooth. And then it's got obviously those 4 bits in there. I don't own a GameCube. I play Twin Snakes on my Wii. I took my Wii to GDQ. It is faster to play on a GameCube. But yeah, every time you connect a control to it via Bluetooth, the next light goes up, and the light that's on there corresponds to which of those colored bits. And then by connecting it via Bluetooth to your PC or your mobile. Hey, it's Eli. Hey, Eli. He's getting big. 488. Eli there, the Eli bounce is a Twitch reward. Every time it gets triggered, the price goes up by 1 channel point, and the height and width of the icon gets bigger. It started at 100, so when we first started, it was like this big. Now it's like this big. I've seen what it'll look like when we get to 1,000, where it's like it takes up the entire screen. Be amazing. Yes, that's Eli. Eli's in the other room at the moment. He doesn't show up on stream very often. He's a bit of a scaredy cat. He is the absolute epitome of the term scaredy cat. Yeah, you can connect this you have to connect it via Bluetooth to an internet browser. Now, before I got this, I didn't realize that Google Chrome, because that's what I use, has Bluetooth support. You can connect stuff through your computer to Chrome, which was weird. And when you do that and you go to localhost whatever, you then get the config for it. So you can change it. So like I configured this to change all of the buttons, change all the buttons to so that it matched MGS2 as closely as possible, and also changed. You can also set up like multiple controllers. I still set it up so that I use 2 different controllers, because obviously you need to swap for Mantis. Yeah, I couldn't get it to connect to Chrome on my computer. I ended up having to do it on my phone. It's a right pain in the arse trying to go through the menu on your phone, but it worked eventually. So yeah, if you can find, as I say, called Blue Retro, be careful. There's a few different versions. There's like this one's for the GameCube. I think there's a Nintendo 64 one, so make sure you're getting the right one. But yeah, this was an absolute game changer. At GDQ, I ran Twin Snakes on my Wii with this DualSense controller. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, absolutely. The best adapter I've ever bought, and I bought quite a few. I've got a Brook adapter for my PS2. I've got a Brook adapter for my Xbox Series S, which doesn't work properly. It doesn't work with It doesn't work properly with GimX. I've got a GimX for my I got GimX for my PC. Oh, that's another good point. This is going back to the Brook adapter. This is actually something nice to say about the DualSense. One of the wonderful things about the DualSense, I haven't found this with many other controllers. The wonderful things about the DualSense is you can connect it via Bluetooth to whatever, and you can still plug it into your computer, and both items will detect it. The advantage of that being, when I play Twin Snakes on my Wii and I use this, I connect this via Bluetooth to that. I keep it plugged into my computer as it currently is, and we still get my controller layout showing up, which is fantastic. Exactly the same with GimX. To my Brook adapter, for that, yeah, it's perfect. The DualSense is my favorite controller. I absolutely love it. I own quite a few different controllers. I used a DualShock 4 for a very long time. Before I got my DualSense. This was very good. In fact, sometimes I do prefer the D-pad on this. I haven't used this in quite a while. I've got unofficial Xbox One controller. That was my main one for until I got my DualSense. I got an Xbox One, Xbox Series X controller. That's the Starfield one, because I won that in a competition along with my PC. I do have a standard white one as well, the one that I got with my Series S, but the one of the left trigger clicks really horribly. I've tried fixing it and I can't get it to fix. I don't use that very often. I don't ever use it, but I've got a Steam controller. So I've got Wiimotes. Yeah, the DualSense it's just so versatile. There's so much you can do with it. One thing that I love about the DualSense is the trackpad. When I run the Master Collection, all of my turbo is assigned to the trackpad. And one of the other things that I do with the Steam version of MGS2 is because for MGS2, when you use turbo, you don't want to do a hold, you want to do a toggle. So for most games in the series, if you're using turbo, you hold a turbo button and then hold the button you want to turbo. It's like in MGS3, I hold the D-pad, I hold the touchpad down and then hold X to immediately skip cutscenes, because you're allowed to do that. MGS1, I hold it down and hold X and circle to skip through codec calls, because again, you're allowed to do that. MGS2 is one of the only games in the series where you're allowed to use it during normal gameplay, and as a result, MGS2 is better played with a toggle. So rather than holding the button to turn it on, you push it once to turn it on, push it once to turn it off. On the PC version of Substance, like going back to like 2000, the 2003 release or something like that, the really old PC version of Substance, a developer called B-Man has developed like an overlay for the game where it shows where the turbo's on and off, and all of that functionality sort of built into the game. For the Master Collection, there isn't anything like that, and we rely on Steam input. But there's no overlay. There's nothing on the game. There's nothing on Steam to say that you've turned turbo on and off. So I just have the really neat thing of whenever I'm playing MGS2 and I use my overlay, when I turn turbo on and off, it changes the color of my DualSense's light. So it's green to say that it's switched off, and it's red to say that it's switched on. I do this backwards because personal reasons. I just love it. Say, absolutely, hands down, the best controller I've ever had. This is my second DualSense. I had to send my first one back because it got, I think it just had crazy drift on it, and it was still within warranty, so I sent it back. I haven't got a Brook adapter for my PS3. For PS3, the only thing I do is use GimX, which, if you haven't heard of GimX, GimX is it's a little USB device, plug into your computer, and it has a USB out, so you can send controller inputs from your PC into a game console. And it has various different configurations for what kind of controller you're sending out. It's really helpful because it allows you to use turbo on systems that don't normally allow it, and it also allows you to use any controller. But the main purpose is it allows you to show your controller inputs on your stream whilst you're playing. I have a Brook adapter for my PS2, so I can still do the same thing with that. So PS3, I just use GimX. Xbox Series S, I have a Brook adapter. For my Xbox Series S. I used to use it for MGS3 so that I could have turbo and the controller on screen. But for some reason, GimX connects to it and then instantly drops, and it's really annoying. I've got an Xbox 360 here. I don't ever play on it. It's just there for niceties. Switch. I've got a, I have got an I've got a, it's called an 8-bit DOE for Switch, which just allows me to connect my DualSense to it via Bluetooth. Of course, then plug my DualSense into my PC. I think that's it. I think that's everything I use and do. I've got other consoles, but I don't do a lot with them. I've got a Sega Mega Drive that I really need to put back together. It's a bit in pieces because I tried to fix it and it's still not working. Yeah, this has been a massive segue on controllers and shit. So that was interesting. I hope you'll agree. So going forwards, as I've said, I think I'm going to end the stream a little early because there's not really much point in starting anything new now. Normally I'd finish at midnight and it's 11:30, so it seems like a good time to sort of wind everything down. Going forwards, the intention, as I said before, Tuesdays is going to be new stuff, different stuff. At the moment, it's Donkey Kong Country. I'm going to be learning to speedrun Donkey Kong Country after we did a playthrough on Tuesday. And then Thursdays is going to be Metal Gear. Any Metal Gear content will only be on Thursdays. At the moment, my intention for Metal Gear is to do a little bit of Snake Eater 3D and learn that. But also, I have got some marathon runs of MGS3 coming up. The only one I've got confirmed at the moment is a marathon called Lifeline for Linear. This is a marathon to support a speedrunner called Linear C, who's been going through an extremely tough time, and so a community of people came together to put on a speedrun marathon to help them out. I got personally invited to join it, which was nice. This wasn't one that submissions were open for. I got approached by one of the organizers and said, would you run Metal Gear Solid 3 for this marathon? I've helped them out with other marathons in the past, doing tech and stuff. So it was nice. It was nice. I saw the message. I was like, oh, he's got another marathon that want me to host or do tech for. And they said, would you run Metal Gear Solid 3? I was like, oh, yes, I will. Very pleased with that. So that run is on Friday the 21st of February. That is any % European Extreme for Snake Eater. I have suggested an incentive for all Keratin Frogs, but obviously I don't know whether that'll get done. That's the only one so far that I actually have confirmed. I've got 2 other marathons that I've submitted for. The first is WASDA, Warwick University Speedrun. It's a live event. That is happening the first weekend. Sorry, the second weekend of February. So that's the 8th and 9th of February. I've submitted Metal Gear Solid 3. I can't remember if I submitted anything else to that. Or if it was just MG. I submitted MGS3 European Extreme and all Keratins. I also submitted the Metal Gear Solid trilogy, just because they were really low on submissions, and I thought, oh, if they need some time filled, then a 3-hour slot for 3 Metal Gears is a good idea. But it seems like they've had loads of other submissions since. So hopefully I'll be doing that live, and that'll be Metal Gear Solid 3 Euro Extreme as well. And then finally, I've also submitted to No Fish, which is a speedrun marathon organized by SMIDI, SS MIDI, and their group Channel 374. Their group Channel 734. Jesus, Nick, go to bed. I haven't submitted Metal Gear Solid 3 to that because it's called No Fish, and the idea is you're supposed to. You don't have to. You can submit anything with fish. But the idea is you should try and submit games that don't have any fish in it. Just to counter an event they do at the end of the year called Go Fish, where you are recommended and encouraged to submit games that do have fish in them. So I decided to submit every game in the Master Collection that doesn't have fish in it. So I submitted Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid 2. Yes. I've looked through, and despite Metal Gear Solid 2 being set on a tanker in the middle of the Hudson and a plant in the ocean, there are no fish. I can't find, certainly not in a speed. There might be a fish in a cutscene somewhere. I don't know. I'm not watching every cutscene in Metal Gear Solid 2 to try and find out. Yes, in a normal speedrun, you will not come across any fish in Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear, the first one, there's no fish. Not that I could find at all. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, one of the 3 ration types, contains fish. Metal Gear Solid 1, there is some nature footage used during the end credits, and at one point a bear catches a fish. Just a man peeing into the ocean. And they're dead fish floating when Ryan is going through the oil fence. Maybe, but that's in a cutscene. We could have a look. We could have a look, actually. Let's say we could have. I was about to like open up a YouTube video. You know what? Rather than open up a YouTube video, why don't I run the game and we'll have a look that way? That's probably a better way of looking at it. We can certainly do that. That one. Don't worry, folks, it'll be up in it. Oh, that's that bit there needs fixing. I ain't fixed that since I changed stuff. Oh, I've still got Metal Gear Solid. I've still got the emulator open. I'm now controlling 2 games at once. There we go. I suppose we just go new game, plants. It doesn't matter what difficulty we're looking at a cutscene. It doesn't matter what dog tags. I don't know why did the HD collection give you the choice of which bloody dog tags to have. I don't think we need to watch the first cutscene. I think there's a second cutscene. I suppose the only advantage of maybe just watching it on YouTube is I could skip ahead. Oh no, I have to watch the first cutscene. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1, as I said, there's some footage during the credits. Now, in a marathon setting, you wouldn't watch the credits, but in a normal speed run of Metal Gear Solid 1, you are required to watch the credits. So I figured that doesn't count. Metal Gear Solid 2, as I say, unless there is one in a cutscene somewhere, I couldn't find any fish. Metal Gear Solid 3, you obviously swim through rivers and lakes of fish, like, all the time. Are fish allowed to be mentioned? Because sleeping with the fishes is mentioned. I think that's fine, because there's no actual fish there. So I don't think mentions of fish is a problem. I think it's just if there is actually a fish. Just don't get piranha or shark as your code name. Right, we do actually have to watch this cutscene.
Of course.
So enjoy watching this cut. I'll turn the volume on. We'll obviously carry on talking whilst it plays out. So yeah, those are the games in the Master Collection that contain either do or don't contain fish. I have other speedruns. I don't just speedrun the Master Collection, but most of the games I could think of do contain fish. Unmetal, I'm the world's best Unmetal player. That contains piranha human hybrids, and one of the bosses is called Huge Eel, and an eel is technically a type of fish. So lots of fish there. Klonoa 2, the first speedrun I ever learned, that's got some giant sharks in it. Well, Klonoa's version of sharks, they're not actual sharks there. That universe is like shark equivalent. So that wasn't gonna fly. Mini Ghost doesn't have any fish in it, so I could have submitted Mini Ghost. Metal Gear Survive has fish flying through the air sometimes. You can sometimes see them. I hear a crying baby. I can't pause the... Damn it, I can't pause the... Maybe it was just a quick whimper.
What are their demands? $30 billion. $30 billion.
You're absolutely right. There's the fish.
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big
Thomas is
shell that day.
absolutely bang on. There's loads of fish in Metal Gear Solid 2.
The major conservation groups and one from
Damn it! Do I have to, should I change my submission? As I say, the only thing is you wouldn't see these fish in a speedrun.
The terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an
Or maybe I'll let it go and I'll mention it during the run. Like, by the way, we have just skipped a cutscene that's got loads of fish in it. But because we've skipped it, we don't see the fish, so that I'm gonna let like. So it's a bit like, I think submission. I can't remember if submissions are closed or they're still going. They might have kept. They might still be. Yeah, they're still open. They got 3 more days. Only thing is, if I remove it now, my only submission is Metal Gear 1, which isn't much. I tried to think of other games. Choo Choo Charles, I've speedrun that. You wouldn't see it in a speedrun unless you were doing 100%. But there's a giant fish monster for one mission. No, the C4's already there. Never noticed that before. I don't watch the cutscenes very often.
Is this a joint effort?
No.
Yeah, as it's in it, if you don't see it in a speedrun, I think that's fair. Yeah, I was trying to think of the other games. Ground Zeroes. I don't think there are any fish. I don't know if there are any in Phantom Pain, but I haven't learned Phantom Pain speedrun yet. That is on the list for this year. I'm going to be learning Phantom Pain at some point. Metal Gear Solid 4. I think there's some fish.
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence.
I've got the PS Vita version of 2, but it's not great to play. And 3's nigh on impossible. I do enjoy playing. Playing them on this though. I actually started learning European Extreme All Keratons. I started rooting it on my Vita last Christmas, not the Christmas we've just had, but the Christmas before. I was at my in-laws over New Year, and I had it with me, and I was like, I really want to start learning European Extreme Keratons, and so I just decided to do it. Currently, if anyone could tell me what game that is, and tell me what game I'm currently playing on my Vita. That's it. That's all you're getting.
The codec will beep when you hear that noise.
I'll tell you what. You can have a little bit more. I'll go back to my big.
No one but you will be able to hear it.
I'll go back to my bit. There we go. Go back to my big screen. That probably helps. That is indeed Vice City Stories. I've never played Vice City Stories before. I never owned Vice City Stories. I've completed Liberty City Stories a couple of times. I've got Liberty City Stories on there, which I've already finished once on there. I also had it on PSP. I've got the Android port of San Andreas on there, but it's not working at the moment. Yeah, Vice City Stories is fun so far. I'm not that far through. I've been working on businesses, and I've finished. I'm in the middle of doing Lance's missions at the moment. Was an HD bundle for PS3? I did not know that. What is HD? Huh. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day. It was indeed released for PlayStation 3. That's cool. I've only finished a few Grand Theft Autos. I've got to the final mission of 3, but never finished because I couldn't beat it on my PS2. I've beat Vice City multiple times. I've speedrun. I learned the speedrun for Vice City. That's it's probably the most complicated speedrun I've ever learned was Vice City. I've beaten San Andreas a couple of times. I've barely played 4. I've barely played the single player of 5, but I have. I played a lot of GTA Online. I've completed Liberty City Stories a few times. I've never completed Vice City Stories, but that's going to change. Ooh, I need to turn off that. We're done with that. Oh yeah, I should probably talk about that. We are done with the charity effort. So I've been since August last year. I've been working towards the Metal Gear Solid Pentology, and it was in effort of raising money for City of Sanctuary UK. I got my final Twitch payout from all the subs and bits and stuff. So thank you to everyone who's given subs, given bits and stuff like that over the past since August. Thank you to everyone who donated directly to the effort on Just Giving. And with that, with the final final payment put in, I also put in a payment from Google for YouTube. And I added about £5 odds just to knock it up. So we had a nice round £300. So together as a community, we raised £300 for City of Sanctuary UK. So huge thank you to everyone who participated in that. I've got no plans yet this year for any charity stuff. I used to do 24-hour charity streams, but I haven't done one of those in a while, mainly because I have a 19-month-old son now, so it's a bit more difficult to organize. But obviously I'm going to be at lots of events and stuff like that, and I will, of course, encourage people to donate to those as well. But yeah, I think with that, we're probably done. I can't think of anything else I wanted to talk about or show off or explain, unless anyone has any questions. Oh, I've been pinged in MGSR for MGS3. I have to finish my runs in each difficulty. In 3D version, that hard to set up with a controller for the dual screen. I'll need to talk to that person. Next stream, I don't think I'll be streaming this weekend. Sometimes, oh yeah, hey Meryl, welcome. I don't think I'll be streaming this weekend. I do occasionally do bonus streams at the weekend, but those kind of fizzled out a little bit more ever since I got son. I've got other things that I've been doing. But the next stream for definite, if there isn't one on the weekend, will be Tuesday, 8 p.m. GMT, or if you're in America, 3 p.m. EST or ET or whatever East Coast's time zone currently is, 3 p.m. Anywhere else in the world, you'll need to work it out. But yeah, for that Tuesday stream, we will be going through the tutorial for Donkey Kong Country, which I'm really looking forward to. I've already had a crack at some stuff. I've already got one of the speedrun tricks down, which is a simple level warp. I understand how the any % run is like 17 minutes long because you skip half the game after the first level. It's insane. Yeah, that's going to be really good. And then next Thursday we'll be back on Metal Gear. I'll probably carry on with 3DS. Now that I know how to get round the crash, we can actually do a run all the way through without that. I will, in the meantime, watch Braccon's world record to see. I need to learn the pain skip, but I need to watch that run to understand new stuff that might be different between versions. I also need to do a run offline to get save states so that I've got save states to go back and practice bits on. So I will do that at some point as well. Hopefully if I've got time. If not, then that's what we're doing next Thursday. Yeah, thank you all very much for joining in. For those of you on Twitch, we are gonna raid on my Stream Deck tells me who's currently live. Got 7 people live. Anyone I specifically know? Oh, Happy Dude. Happy Dude is currently live and speedrunning Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. So yeah, we are going to give a big old raid on over to OG Happy Dude. OG Happy Dude is an American runner, a volunteer for GDQ. and is also the head of Faster for the Kids, which is a speedrun marathon team that I am the lead tech for. And we will be doing a marathon this year at some point. Yeah. For those of you, as I say, on Twitch, give Happy Dude a big, a big shout. Give him a follow. Really cool dude. For those of you on YouTube, there is no raid function. So instead you get to just sort of see the stream out. Yeah, I'll see you all on Tuesday, and hopefully by Tuesday I might have finally shifted this scarf. But we'll see. Have a great weekend all. Peace out.